It is aptly titled What the Future Holds. And here we are. We've got
What the future hold.
a near full party again this week. Should be eventful, to say the least. And, well, let us not waste any time. And let's jump into things, shall we?
I believe we should.
Previously on Blutora Divided, the long quest our party was on reached an unexpected and dramatic conclusion. Sent by the leadership of Meritea in the south to bring forth a proposal of alliance with Ithaca in the northeast against the vast and powerful Acrylic Empire, our group found the course to be derailed significantly when Kavian carried out a successful assassination of Cloud King Rinky of Ithaca. At the time of the assassinations, there was also an attack on the city by the Acrylic forces. With the help of a Dukaze elven soldier by the name of Rubel Cloudstrife, the likes of Pipra, Hera, Tormund, and Darcy's successfully fought off some of the attacking force. In the aftermath, they put their dear friend Kavian to rest at the foot of the Vetsil Mountains, north of the city. Now, with the original plan in disarray, our group finds themselves without purpose in the city of Vetsil in western Ithaca, a settlement on the brink of full-scale invasion by the Acrylic forces. Where we pick up, our group has returned to the confines of the city of Vetsil. The sun now approaches its end in the sky as night looms.
Rules question, DM.
Hmm?
A very unique one. If I'm timed out in chat, am I timed out in the game?
No.
Oh, okay, good. I mean, I would have laid down over there. So we're at the gravesite?
You are back in the city. You are at the entrance to the city. You're inside, but at the beginning entryway area.
I can't believe he's gone. I agree, static. I agree.
Well, I think I'm pretty sure Pipra said that she wanted to drink an entire cask of ale in Kavian's honor. I'd like to do that.
I was suggesting it for the group. I wasn't saying me.
I will
Pretty
take
sure
you up
you
on
said
that.
the group. I'm pretty sure you said you.
Cask of ale to the Kingslayer.
Each. So
Each.
Pipra, you're gonna drink,
Each.
and we're gonna watch. And just see
You
what
want
this
me
sound
to
like
die?
much.
I can't say that it doesn't sound like a good plan.
Well, we can heal you. I think Hera has one more ability to heal a little bit.
Oh yeah, you
True.
want Hera to use her magic and then possibly electrocute us all?
I mean, what a way to go out. Watching you drink an entire cask, that's how I want to live.
We'll call it fireworks for the occasion.
Mm-hmm. What about that new lad?
Oh yes, we should try and find them. They seemed like they were a blast.
What do you think about him?
I bet he could drink a cask of ale.
I'd say that a cask of ale is the perfect place to learn more about our new friend.
I don't know. He's got the shifty eyes. I don't know if I trust him.
I could have said the same about you. I trust you with my heart.
Hera, what snacks have you conjured?
I have conjured myself some chicken satays, and they're absolutely delicious. From the land of Eustrea, I believe, native. The same grand city street as one might find a 5 orcs, I believe.
Ooh, 5 orcs.
Mm-hmm. Ales and
Haven't
pork.
been there in ages. But you know me, I'm on a strict potato diet these days.
Valid and acceptable, I believe. Shall we get us some?
Pretty sure they make a drink out of potatoes. A nice alcoholic beverage out of potatoes.
I am certain that I've tasted such a beverage before.
Let's get the finest cask of potato booze and all feed it to Pipra. Let's go.
No.
Pipra.
No.
Mr. Cody Minecraft DM, can I see our new party member within our facility?
Roll an investigation check.
Investigation check incoming.
Investigation.
That will be a solid 17.
You can ever so faintly catch a glimpse through the crowds and about 50-60 feet away, the familiar sight of Kulan.
Well, I say, mid through a bite of a chicken satay. Well, I believe we've found our new friend. Shall we?
We shall.
I would like to venture forth towards Kulan.
All right.
There you are, my friends. How was the journey over to...
The journey was fine. It was it's a shame to see our friend go, but the journey was okay.
I'm glad you got to say goodbye.
As am I. Now,
Your other friend Rubol, by the way, he had to leave to go back to his duties as a guard, so...
I understand that. Well, I thank him for his service in our in helping us with the invasion. That was very kind of him to offer his sword like that. I won't soon forget his face, that's for sure.
Maybe one
Anyway.
day we'll run into him again.
I sure hope so. The likes of him and Tanith are invaluable allies. Kulan, would you join us for drinks?
Sure, I'd love to.
Excellent.
Have you ever had a drink in your life?
Nope.
Not one.
I strictly stay away from that stuff. I'll take some water or something. It keeps on my mind clear.
I just look over to Pipper and I just go, this guy. Gosh.
I believe you may have some common ground with our friend Pipper then.
Oh, hey, that's nice to meet you, Pipra.
Nice to meet you too.
My name is Hera Goldcresian.
Nice to meet you too.
Darcy's. I don't think we met before.
I don't think we have either. And you
Pleasure
must
to meet
be...
you.
I look at Tormund.
Name's Dwayne Johannes the Boulder.
Saw it coming. I knew it.
Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Dwayne.
Thank you.
Darcy's is just kind of giggling in the background.
Am I
Just
pronouncing it wrong?
Sorry, what?
Am I pronouncing it wrong, Dwayne?
You need a more emphasis on the Dwayne.
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 Some would
Dwayne.
even go as far as to pronounce it Douanier if they so desired.
Douanier, if you know me on personal terms.
Oh, true enough.
We typically just call him Tormund.
Well, that's much easier.
But yeah, only my party can. You have to call me Dwayne or Douanier.
Okay.
Dwanya.
Sorry, until we have slain a mighty beast in the fields of battle, you can't call me by my my personal nickname. You have to call me by my proper name, my surname.
I believe
I will
so.
do so.
Well, a drink, a feast, in the honor of one friend lost. Shall we?
Let us.
Indeed. Where's the nearest tavern, Mr. Cody Minecraft?
No. Tell me. Roll investigation.
Ooh,
Investigation, oh no, okay.
Cody hit the Uno reverse card.
That is another 14.
Okay.
It's not bad.
So, a little bit of searching around, you finally get your bearings and remember where the tavern you originally set foot in when first you arrived in the city lies, and make your way there. Just as you are about to approach and enter the tavern, you, as in generally the group, are approached by what appears to be a courier of sorts. Hello, yes, is one of you Hera?
Oh. Present and correct. Hello.
Very well. And he pulls around a satchel, and he's got a bunch of smaller parchments that are all kind of rolled up, and they look a little dirty and tattered, but he pulls them out, and he hands you not just one, but we're talking 6, 7 or so different parchments that you have now, and before saying anything else, just scurries off.
Thank you for your time. Safe journeys. I'm going to put the parchments in...
Is that your fan mail?
Truthfully, I have no idea who could be writing to me, unless one of you are responsible for these mysterious letters of appreciation.
I mean, we met you. We've only known you for what?
A week, 2 weeks tops.
A week? How long have we been together, DM?
I think it's been 2.5 weeks.
Okay,
Game time,
for some reason I thought it was like 5 days, and I was like, a lot has happened in 5 days.
It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
You will notice that there are some faint, dried bloodstains on these parchments.
Oh dear, this... I'm assuming this isn't dried wax. This is not good. Well, shall we to a table, and I'll sort through these, as I will.
Indeed.
I will refrain from making any alesicles, I think. I have much to consider here.
As you enter the tavern, the familiar voice of Avstra, the female Dukaze bartender of very what's the word? Very outgoing personality. That's the one. Greets you, and you're able to see that it hasn't quite reached inside the tavern. It hasn't quite reached its busiest level yet, although it is evening, so it's getting there. But you are able to have your choice of table as people are filing in more and more.
I read this letter.
Okay, I would like to... Is there a table there, or is it...
Yep, you have your choice of table. There's different options.
Well, while you guys go find a table, I'll go get us drinks. What does everybody like?
Big ale, standard, if you will.
Standard ale. All right.
Standard ale.
Pipra.
Water.
Water. Okay. Darcy's.
The fruitiest wine they serve, please.
Fruitiest wine. I'm sorry. Is it Coolian?
Coolon.
Coolan.
Coolon. Okay. Coolon.
Yes.
Coolon. What would you like?
Just some simple water, thanks.
Water. 2 waters, ale, and fruity wine. Okay. I make my way to the bartender.
Watch him order 5 casks.
So I get up. Who is the bartender again? I don't think I ever met the bartender.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, no, you weren't here.
The bartender is a woman elf of Dukaze origin, and she's got blonde hair. She's not old, but middle-aged-ish, and very, very quick, I guess, like with the jobs of the barkeep and keeping up with everything, just moving at like a million miles an hour every second.
Okay. Excuse me.
Yes. What can I do for you?
Hi, my name is David Davis Dovitos, or you can call me Danny for short.
Right.
I'm here to get a drink for my party. I need you to help me out with something.
Yeah.
So first, for this first round, I just need 2 standard ales, the fruitiest wine you have, and 2 standard waters.
Okay.
But if you without paying too much, like being too obvious, do you see the fine lady behind me? And I like try to like point towards Pipra.
Yeah, of course.
So it is her birthday today, and from her native city, it is a custom to get a casket of ale, but not only that, have the entire bar cheer on as the birthday person drinks the entire cask. Could you maybe go around and get everybody prepared just for, a gigantic, as you say, chug off and get everyone cheering?
A little persuasion check.
Take
Persuasion.
advantage of my
Brilliant.
I
foreignness.
wanted it to be a deception because I was lying, but I can do persuasion. I got a +8 on persuasion.
Funny if you rolled a nat one.
It's rolling, but it's rolling slow. My apologies.
He's rolling that one.
Oh my god, it's rolling so slow. It's literally going like this. 14.
Okay.
It's a 6 + 8.
Okay. So she looks at you and kind of studies you for a little bit and then says, "Well, we don't really have chug offs here, but I could get a casket of ale. I can do."
Well, the most important thing is that not only you get the casket, but you also get everybody, and I mean everybody in the bar, to cheer. Just Pipra, Pipra. That it is native to her local town. And I just want, she's been on the road for so long. I just feel like it'd be really nice to give her a little taste of home. You know what I mean?
I'll see what I can do. But that casket it'll run you more than just a regular ale.
I mean, just tell me how much it is. I'll pay for it.
Well, for the whole scene that you want to happen, and you're paying for everyone's drinks?
Correct.
Call it 15 gold total.
15 gold. Yeah, sure. I can do 15 gold.
Okay.
I'll smack down 15. I'll add an extra gold piece as a thank you and please.
Okay.
So
Very well. I'll see what I can do. You just hold tight.
just make sure you bring the first drinks out, but first the casket will be like near the end.
Got it.
Awesome. You're the best. Thank you. And I'll go back. Sit down. Drinks are coming.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank you so
Alright.
much, Tormund.
I believe
Thank
it's
you.
time to open my letters then. I will go ahead and open the first letter.
What is the first one for you?
Okay. The first one to me is shall I do the one that's been DM'd to me or the ones that are in the
Are you saying you already knew about this?
Oh no, there's DM means decided to
Message?
message. Thank you. That's what it is. The
Oh.
delivery order. That's how they do it.
Must
in
be
the
a
mail services.
language barrier. My apologies.
It is fine. This frequently happens. It's totally okay. So, in the group chat or in the DMs first?
Let's see.
Basically, is there ones addressed to other people?
Yes, the one in DMs you'll probably want to hold on to, at least for the time being. You'll want to read first the ones in the group chat.
All right. The letter reads, and I'm just gonna read this to the party. To my parties, my friends, my brothers and sisters, my wolf pack. I wasn't allowed visiting Howers during the circumstances you can understand, but they were kind enough to let me write a final few letters. I hope you all receive these letters, as I know none of us got to say goodbye. And if you do receive the letters, it'll also mean I am gone now. Because there is no way I will let you have these letters as long as I still have breath. I am extremely sorry for the way I had to go, and all the pain and difficulties I have put you all through. I never intended to go this way, but at the same time, I wasn't expecting to survive it either. I am sorry for the way I used all of you for my own gain, or rather, the gain of the Empire. My family was always the most important to me, and that now includes all of you, too. However, the reason me and my father joined the war was due to our neighbors, friends and cousins, being attacked and slaughtered by the elves. I could not sit idly and do nothing. It is not in my blood. However, my father died in battle one fateful day, and I almost went with him. I never understood why he had to go, and I got to survive. But now that is all clear to me. It was fate that brought all of us together, and it is fate that will split us apart. Don't let my death be the end of everything, but rather the beginning of something new. I know some of you might blame yourselves for not being able to stop me, even though you gave it your all, and I want you to know there's nothing you could do differently. I was adamant on my mission. I was the one who poisoned the wine. I was the one who bought it. I was the one who killed the king, and I was the one who could not fight the guards. Not you. I've said it several times already, and I will say it again. I am terribly sorry. But you must all move on now. For your journey is not over yet, even though mine is. Take care of each other. Be better than I ever was, and chug as many casks of ale as you can in my honor. I have written everyone a personal letter, to everyone I cared about, and it is up to you if you want to read it on your own letter aloud or keep it to yourself. Thank you for everything. Signed, Kavian Vanor.
So you guys can choose to read your own to your in character to yourself or aloud. Either way, I'll have you in whatever context you choose. We'll have them all on stream.
Okay.
I will start crying if I start
My-
reading, and
my-
my voice won't work, so I will not.
I can
mine
read.
out
I
loud.
can read yours for you.
Mine
Thank
at the
you.
mine at the bottom points at a state and says mouse poop, don't touch. Can you just pull mine up just so check in case it's the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Why do I get the poop stained one?
I've got like the most heartfelt thing in existence. I'm crying.
Same. I
Oh
literally
god.
read the first line and I was like, oh no, oh no.
I mean, my first sentence isn't the sweetest one. Literally, first sentence for me says, "Oh Torm, I hated you since the moment we first met." Oh gosh, I need to read this.
All right. So, Hera, you have read this out, and you have the other parchments still rolled up as well.
I will go through these parchments and try and discern who they are addressed to. I see that there is everyone bar Kulan, I think.
Correct.
Everyone bar Kulan is addressed to.
You will also
And
see.
one, yeah, Philea as well.
Yep. And so, all in all, you will have the one that we just read, just everyone.
There's also
You'll have
one called Goodbye.
There's another general one, which is probably for after everything.
And there's one
Eh,
addressed to me.
Yep. There's one for each character, including Philea and Phileri, who is.
I'll opt to read my one last, I think.
I'm gonna keep
Mainly
mine.
because I think I will sob if I do it right now.
I'm gonna keep. I'm
I'm
gonna keep
already
mine.
crying.
I'm gonna keep mine personal.
I did makeup today. Can I read the just bottom section of mine?
Do you want to read the bottom and I'll read the rest, or do you want me to read the whole thing?
I wanted to read the bottom. You can read the rest. Do you want to read first or then me?
Well, I don't know what's going on with the party at the table.
Well, at the moment, I have distributed the ones addressed to those at the party to those, and I currently have the letter addressed to Thileri and to Philea as well,
Okay.
still in my possession.
Is
I
anyone
have not opened them.
is anyone intending to read theirs to the party?
I will read mine, but I'll do it last after everybody.
I think I'm gonna keep mine private.
I'm gonna keep mine private.
Pippa?
I'll just read the bottom.
Well, is Pippa going to read it to the group or just to
Yeah, I can read it to the group.
Okay. So in which case, we'll start with Pippa's. You want to read the bottom paragraph, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's addressed to Pipra, my eye in the sky.
I'm sorry.
And then,
You want me to read it?
yeah, go ahead and do that part and then I'll read the bottom.
I'm sorry for the pain I caused you. I know you did your best to stop me, and I thank you for that. But it was meant to be. It is not your fault, any of it. You did your very best. I know we had our differences, but you gave me a better perspective of everything. You taught me more than you'd think. My little eye in the sky. You've saved my life in combat, and you tried to save it out of combat, which is more than I would ever ask of you. I'm very thankful to have met someone like you, wise, smart, and beautiful. I always dreamt of visiting the lands of Scotia and experience the tall, lush trees. And I don't know what will happen to me next, but maybe there's a chance I can still see it where I'm going.
I'm sorry for whatever I said that day that insulted you. I was never quite smart enough to understand what I said in the first place. But the hawk is a wonderful creature. They are fierce, smart, fast, and beautiful, just like you. Take good care of yourself, Pipra. You deserve a good life. Oh.
This is brutal.
Okay.
I don't like any of this.
We will,
Don't have any tissues.
reading to himself, we will go to Torben.
I want to see the mouse.
I'm keeping mine private.
Yep, still read it out loud for the stream, but you won't be reading this to the party.
Oh, got you. Oh, gosh. I don't even want... Now chat's gonna know my personal...
Yours was my favorite, right?
Do we get to learn about the night they spent together?
Well, the first... It's to Tormund, my romancer. Oh, Tormund, I hated you since the moment we met. And I kept hating you for the following few weeks. But something about the way you were so adamant about being around me changed things. I don't know what I did, if it was my hair, my muscles, my calves, or maybe my eyes. Whatever it was, or whatever I said to you, I enjoyed your company that night too. Now, forget I ever wrote that, and go rob some shops in my honor. I know we could have conquered... I know we could have conquered the world with your charisma and my strength, but the truth is, your charisma is all it ever takes. You conquered me after all. Just saying, alpha right here. Alpha mentality right here, just saying.
I'm sorry.
Take care of yourself, Tormund. Find the peace that you so desperately deserve. You have earned it, no matter your past. Now go and live a great life. Find someone else and be happy. You deserve it so much more than you think. You're a great man, and you taught me that there are friends in everyone. You just need to dare and try to find them. Also, I also never got to thank your brother for saving me and my brother, and now I will never get the chance personally. So please do me the favor and thank him for me whenever you get to see him again. Mouse poop, don't touch.
Wow.
Got a little sneak peek.
All right, and we'll do a Darcy's next.
Forewarning, I don't know how to read, so. To Darcy's, the light in my darkness. Oh, my little Darcy's, I never treated you for what you are, and I never told you why. Why I didn't. My father was killed by a Dukazi long ago, and I was a fool for believing they were all the same with their magic and their massive. What is that? Invasive. Sorry, it looked like an M. I told you I don't know how to read. And their invasive manners. But you never were like that. You used your magic for good, and I feel so very guilty that I never got to apologize for that one night in the tavern. It was wrong of me, and I hope you can forgive me. You have a bright soul, Darcy's, and I hope you can watch out for the others for me, especially my brother, as he could use your light in these times of darkness. You are the light of the group, but you'll immediately become the fighter of the group the moment you see any of us hurt. You're a brave person, and you helped me become a better man. Thanks to you, I am yet again better man, thanks to you. I am yet again sorry for all the ill I have done to you, and you never deserved my anger. It was not directed to you, I promise, but rather myself. I was never good at words, and I struggled to say what I meant around people, but you helped me open up more. Thank you for that. I also can't help but think I was already dead in that throne room, but something, or rather someone, saved my life, and I believe that someone to be you. Thank you for giving it your all. Thanks to you, I got to say goodbye. Your kindness is a gift. I will treasure it to my very last moment.
And finally to Hera. Whoops, that's the Hera character. There we go. That's the one I need.
Fabian just drew a portrait of Hera and sent it to me.
And it's like,
I will miss you
you.
dearly.
And Hera, were you reading this to the party?
I'm reading this to the party, yeah. I'm
Okay.
just going to go after Pipra's read hers to the party. To Hera, my guardian. What is there to say, Hera? You were always there for me. Whether it was saving me from inevitable death or not having a stool thrown at my head in a bar fight. You were there for me. Through everything. And though we have not known each other for long, you have taught me much. I know we had our differences and perspectives of how to deal with the war, and it might have been wrong of me to do things the way that I did them. But maybe that is what makes you a better person than me. You always knew how to handle everything, and just the way to save me from falling down a never-ending path of darkness. You were my guardian, Hera, but now it is time for me to be yours. I was a broken, stupid man when I first arrived in that stupid town of Sin. I was hurting, and I was dying. I wanted nothing but to go home. But everything changed thanks to you. I never dared to see the world differently, and I was naive, but you were there. Yet again, I lived a great life thanks to you, and I'm at peace with my passing. Take care of yourself, Hera. Thank you for everything.
Crying in the tavern right now.
Crying in the tavern right now. There is one final letter not addressed to any individual but to the group as a whole. Simply titled Goodbye. Shall I read it aloud?
Your mic didn't pick you up, Tormund.
Oh. Yeah, you are muted at the moment.
Oh, my bad. I was talking to the missus. I said might as well.
Okay. Goodbye. This was never my story to tell, or Was it my destiny to live a happy ever after? It was simply my duty to make sure all of you did. I get that the way I did things wasn't the way to do it in any of your books. But I did what I did to end the war. I know that's difficult to understand. But with my actions, Maratea will not be called to war. Tens of thousands of Ezaru will get to live the Empire, though you may believe them to only have ill intent, will hopefully conquer Izaka in peace. I know the way you all fought of the Empire. But you must remember, we were attacked. We were not the attacker. They slaughtered my friends, they raided our neighbors, they killed my father, and I avenged him and my friends. Excuse the cookies falling. It may be difficult reading these letters if you ever get them. But whatever it is all of you are going through, you will make it through this together. Be there for each other, especially for my brother. You may not hear the whistling of the arrow anymore, but in every wolf's eyes you will see mine, and in every howl of the dark you will hear my calling. Take your time, but do not rest for too long. You will need to move on. For your hardest tasks are yet to come. Farewell, my friends. May you find peace in this next chapter of your lives. P.S. I owe this old Ongra I found in the alleyway 75 gold. He got a bunch of cats. If any of you can go find him, please do me a final favor and pay him the gold. Signed, your everlasting friend, Kavian Venor. I'm gonna put the letter down on the table. Goodbye, Kavian.
At this point, the barkeep, Avstra, is going to approach the table, reading the tone of the table. Not going to say anything as all of your drinks are placed on the table, and she returns to her duties.
I will take my drink and pass the equivalent ales to everybody. Darcy's with their very fruity wine, and Kulan and Pipra with their water, and pass the other ale over to Tormund. I'll offer up my flask and I'll go to Kavian.
Hold up my water. The Cavian.
The Cavian.
To Kavian.
Cavian.
To Kavian.
Oh, where do we go from here?
Truthfully, I don't know. With Iris somehow appearing again, I don't think I can return to Maratea the same way I once did.
Kind of want to just burn down the castle.
Would certainly feel good.
It's a little bit of, pyromancy.
Ah! What with our mission here failing, we might still be able to save lives. The dragons. They said they were going to sack the city, weren't they?
As if scripted, right as you say that, one of the patrons of the tavern has been kind of in the background. You're not paying them much attention, but they've been going around talking to the different tables and addressing everyone. And they come up to your table. And once they reach your table, they lay down on top of the table a couple of parchments. And you can see, when you look a little closer, that these are various maps and kind of official decrees, such like that. And he's got a whole stack full of just tons of these that have been just made up, and he's just kind of going around. He doesn't say anything, goes around to the next table, places a lot of the same stuff down, and he's kind of just going around making sure everyone knows of whatever he wants them to know of. And upon taking a closer look at the map, you can see that the one on top is the, let me grab it here.
This is the Dungeon Master's character. Like, this is the Dungeon Master. They just go, lore, and then they're out.
Try to get the right one here. Okay,
That's
here we go.
literally their ability, lore dump. Literally dumping lore on the table.
The top map is the one of Elabet, and you can see that this is different from the last map that you guys have seen, where the taking of southwestern Elabet has been officially marked and recognized. You already knew of that event happening in your adventures, but you're kind of seeing it in its official capacity for the first time. When you look underneath that one, you see the province of Melalari, and you can see that there have been some changes in the events of the war, far from where you guys have been, in that the Arkelkic Empire and the Balmoral Accord have kind of gone back and forth, and there have been some lands taken, some lands lost on both sides. To go with that one, the next one is of Eustrea. Of course, this will be the first time that any of you are seeing this, including you, Kulan. The first time you are seeing this development, and how the northern part of the province has been taken. However, the Balmoral Accord has taken a little bit back as well. And finally, we'll see that the map on the bottom is of Morafel. And there's only some very, very slight changes here. But what you notice is that the Arbaric Concord of Odelia, Elabet, and Southern Morafel has pushed their line all the way up to the Session River, all the way through here. And they've also taken the town and surrounding areas of Lebion, just south of Session.
Wow. Fighting as ever next to Odelia. There is no surprise from me there.
Underneath all of those maps is, of course, the currently unchanged map of Ithaca, as you have become familiar with it, being that the Empire sits on the doorstep of Vetziel and on every other step around the province, except for the water. And then finally, underneath that, the final parchment that was laid on your table. The headline of it reads, "The Burning of the Elves." And from what you can catch as you skim over it, it speaks of the sudden and swift attack in Melavari from dragons.
Oh no.
And from what you can make of it, it is complete chaos, and nobody is sure how, why, what dragons did it, or anything like that. It was simply a normal day that quickly became very much not normal. No settlements had been completely destroyed, but there was a decent number in the loss of a life.
Pipra, I am so sorry.
Hopefully the refugees made it out safely.
Yes. So truly, where do we go now?
DM, where did I tell my this is like episode 1. Where did I tell my brother to go again?
Not
yeah, 1 minute.
Not where the dragons attacked.
Okay, my brother's like somewhere.
He wouldn't be involved in that. You're good.
Okay. You can let me know
Yeah.
after the stream where he went to, or
I
where
have-
I told him to go to.
I have to double check my notes on that, but yeah, he's fine.
I also have
Okay.
to.
Just yeah. Okay. So nothing of all of that hit striking. Okay.
In terms of all of you guys, you are not aware of anybody close to you that would have been at risk there at that time or anything similar.
Okay. Well, what business do we have left in Ithaca?
I mean, I did.
I don't mean to barge in here, but the
Yes, of
names
course.
he talked of an Ongra with
Ongra.
cats. I may or
Yeah.
may not know who that is.
Ah. Now, this may be a start. I have 75 gold on my person. I can pay them a visit if need be.
Yes, I'm sure he'd love it. I don't know what he did, but he was the one I was selling fruits for earlier.
Oh. Now, that may be something. Now, would you care to take me now, or shall we go in the morning?
I'm not sure how all of you are feeling. If you want to rest and spend some time on these hard words.
Well, we can always rest. Will you be staying with us, and we can travel in the morning?
I feel like I'm imposing a little bit too much. We don't know each other, and here I am just minding your own business.
Oh, it's totally fine. As far as this goes, this is how it all started, wasn't it? Just a group of strangers who are all in the right place at the right time, back in Sin.
Indeed.
And you, I believe, have found yourself in the right place at the right time.
Well, I'd hope so, but all right, I can take my own room somewhere. I don't need to sleep in any of your rooms.
Very well. Let me cover your expenses. This whole ordeal has been due to us. It's the least we can do.
Thank you.
I would like to just down my ale and approach the bartender and arrange for rooms for the night, if that's okay.
Okay. As you
Hello,
get up
bartender.
and you go searching for the bartender, you just miss her as she approaches the table. And without you there, because you are looking
Oh.
for the bartender, approaches
Okay,
the
I'm
table
looking for
with the four others. And she kind of looks at Tormund and then looks at the rest of you and says, well, we've got the casket on its way here. And, let's just say, happy birthday to you, Pipra. And she turns and walks away. And after she walks away, you can see two larger elven men, both kind of rolling this casket up to the table. They prop it upright so it's sitting there, and then they take almost like a crowbar type thing, and they just prop the entire top of it off. And just as that happens and it hits the ground, everyone else in the tavern all looks over at the table, and they all start cheering, raising their mugs and everything. And it is entirely, at this point, Hera, you see what's going on, and you're just a little removed from the table. Everyone's
I would
cheering.
like to
I'm gonna-
cast
I'm gonna-
Tormund, what have you
prestidigitation through
done?
I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna like finish my ale, walk by Pipra, put my hand on her shoulder and just whisper in her ear, "Drink up, love. This is for Kavian." And then just walk away.
I'm gonna kill him.
I would like Winston still being on Tormund's shoulder at this point from earlier. I would
Has he
like...
been on my shoulder this entire time? For
Winston's
like
just been-
12 hours?
Yeah, Winston's just been curled up in your hood or something similar to that. This
Oh,
wee
that's
weasel
kind
fella.
of that's kind of cute.
He's
I'll
gonna
allow it.
wake up, and I am going to cast prestidigitation through him to have like party poppers, like that kind of thing happen.
That I'm gonna like forget that he's there, and it's gonna scare the crap out of me. Oh Jesus! I mean, whatever God is in this world.
Oh, great heavens!
Oh,
He's
great.
on.
We're heavens.
Oh,
Oh, Rirza!
oh, sweet Rareza. It doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
Yeah. Oh, sweet Asmongold. That's the realm, isn't it? That's not the god. Okay.
No, you could say instead of dear heavens, dear.
Oh, dear Asmongold. There we go.
that works. That works. I like that.
There we go. That's good. Okay. Well, happy birthday, Pipro. Happy birthday to you.
Bro, you didn't tell us it was your birthday.
I'd like to cast Steel Skin for temporary hit points against alcohol poisoning.
You go for it.
Go, 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 go.
Chug, chug, chug. I'd like to
Yeah.
start a chant. Let's go performance roll. I'd like to see if I can start a chant.
I'll help.
And
I
am
will help
going
in
to-
that. To
Yeah, I am.
I'm gonna give her advantage.
Yeah, let me go ahead and chaotic intervention this. That was not much better, but
So,
there we go.
Pipra, what level are you casting this at? Because it
Just
does
first level.
it does scale by level.
Only have one
Yeah,
level.
just
slot,
first
don't you?
level.
Okay.
Because I have 2 of those.
All right. And
I'm not busting out a 3rd level yet.
I mean, we're about to go to sleep.
That's true. You know what?
Alcohol poisoning is something to watch out for when drinking a cask of ale.
I do have
Alright,
a first level
3d8
spell
of temporary hit points coming up.
Okay.
That's
Sheesh.
nice.
I wish you would have used that on Kavian.
I only got it
Too
recently.
soon. Too soon.
Another 2 of those. There you go.
You can click it
Sorry.
multiple times, by the way. It'll roll however many times you click it.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
That was a good roll, all in all.
Yeah, that was
8,
good.
7,
Can you help me
5,
math?
20.
Like when I'm
20.
doing.
Oh my god.
20, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's almost your entire maximum.
I have 27 max. I'm at 15 currently.
Now you're at 35.
That's more health than I have.
Okay. And Pipra, how much of this casket are you going to attempt to drink?
Just keep going until you can't remember anything. That's how I do it.
We'll roll for that.
Okay. Roll a d20.
Roll for confidence.
Roll
Roll for
Constitution
alcohol
against
consumption.
alcohol poisoning.
15.
Oh.
Pretty confident.
You
Very confident.
are going to drink, for lack of being able to do math in my head, 15/20ths of this casket
3/4.
3/4.
and leave
Yep.
just a little bit left. And as you do that, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Are we just gonna slide by Cody?
I only have a
15,
plus 1 to
20th? I'm
con.
sorry, what?
15/20ths for flavor.
Right, 75%?
17 to 18.
Hey!
That's
wow!
pretty good. That's
Let's
like
go.
that's more than 15/20ths.
That's a difficult roll to get with only a plus 1.
You
That's a
are
good-
going to stave off any alcohol poisoning, but you don't know where you are, you don't know who you are, and you don't remember anything. And you are just
Yeah.
you are. Let me tell you.
Let's go, Pipra! Let's go! Kavian would be proud.
Happy
Who's
birthday,
Kavian?
Pipra!
Oh,
And then I'd look at everyone in the bar while standing on the top of the bar.
He
3
did say
cheers
to move
for
on, forget,
Pipra.
but that's a bit too soon.
Who are
Let's
you
go.
again?
Hooray!
Pipra.
They all just joined in.
Pipra!
Why do you have hooves for feet? That's not very... What?
It's have you heard of the rare disease running across Balmoral called ligma?
Yes.
Never mind. You need to rest. You need to rest.
What do you
Oh
mean?
my gosh.
completely fine.
You know what? You're fine. Would you like another cask of ale?
You want to buy?
Norman.
Okay, I won't. Come on, somebody had to do it, and I
You
had the
know?
most confidence in Pipra.
I am proud that you did. Bravo.
Yeah, you know what? I think this was a fine, use of my money. I haven't spent much, so
you guys
know,
will notice that there is still a bit left in the casket.
I'll take my mug that I had my original ale in, and I'll just kind of like put my arm in and fill my cup back up.
I'll copy if that's fine.
So,
Okay.
Ma'am.
Ser-
And I'm doing this at Hera.
Mhm.
You got a little something by your eye.
Don't I just? Now that's a story and a half. Shall I tell it? Now,
as
Were,
well.
were you
One
riding a
day.
horse and got hit by a bug and its wing stuck to you?
even worse now. One day, one night even, while I was a mere wanderer in the deserts of Odelia, there was a great eagle, and it placed a curse upon me that may follow me for generations. I bear its mark as a warning to all that would cross such a beast again.
Oh wow.
Roll performance with advantage, because she is drunk.
Would that just be regular performance because I used chaotic intervention last time?
Yeah.
Okay, 12.
Okay. You are eating it up.
And then what happened?
Then I was barely able to escape with my life. That's why I have this peg leg. I do not open my cloak in the slightest to reveal my leg. It took my leg and cursed me that one day it would take the rest of me back to its nest high in the mountain tops.
So is this real? And I'm gonna poke her leg.
Well, ow. Well, I can feel it still. It's as though it's still there. Phantom pains, you see.
Wow.
Crazy, isn't it?
That's pretty wild.
It is very wild.
I wanna nudge Hera and cast minor illusion so that she actually has like a wooden peg leg, and like give her a nudge so that she can show Pipra.
Thank you, Darcy. See, I have it here, and I show the wooden peg leg that has been cast upon me.
Oh my.
Now, if you ever see me hobble or stumble, you'll know that it's my real leg attempting to make itself known, but being denied by its
Look.
wooden visage. A false simile of life, if you will.
Now you kind of walk like him, and then I point at Tormund.
Supposed to mean? I have a
Well-
rare medical condition, and you're just making fun of me?
You just don't
Ligma
have
is a
toes.
serious-
As you say that, Tormund, somebody else, complete stranger in the bar, who's just drunk as well, just shouts out, "Hey, get a load of that guy! He's got a rare medical condition!" And everyone just starts going crazy.
It's Ligma! Spread the word! Terrible disease, Ligma. Lest you succumb to the terrible fate that is the horrifying disease.
Of Ligma.
Hey, Pipra is going to stumble over to Tormund and be like, I don't know if this will help, but I'll try and cure you. I'm gonna cast Restore Health to try and get rid of the ligma.
How much do you restore? Because I actually am hurt.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so it's this. So 10,
Wow.
but plus a d6, because I get that on healing rolls. So 14.
I was 13 hit points damage, so now I'm back
Whoa.
to max.
Let's go.
Pipper, that was so kind of you. I feel
Did it
the
get rid of the ligma?
I feel the ligma just floating off my body.
It may
Oh,
take
that's
some
good.
days, my dear
That's
Pipra,
good.
but I believe you've helped our poor little patient here.
Oh, thank you. You are one of the kindest people, Pipper.
Shall I try and do some extra? Prestidigitation, sparks.
Who's Pipra?
That could be you.
If you look
Oh,
if
it's
you look
me.
if you look across the bar and I point to Darcy, it'll be like, that's Pipra.
Oh, okay. Is it her birthday?
It is. How about you go say happy birthday to her?
I'm gonna carry whatever is left in the cask and pour it in her cup. Happy
It
birthday!
just
Wine, yeah.
overflows. It's just
My
like
wine.
spilling onto the floor.
Oh,
I
Pipra,
love it.
honey. Oh,
Oh.
Pipra, I'm just holding my like overflowing wine glass.
I'm
Oh,
still
so
pouring it.
good.
I'm still
And I'm
pouring it,
just
even though it's
so
going over.
Pipra.
You just hear the
shit.
sound of liquid just hitting the ground. It's just and it's just overflowing.
Oh,
I'd like to
thank
press
you.
digitation, just clean it off the floor. Just go to the bartender. Sorry. Just press the digitation to clear off that.
Oh. Let's get you to bed, Pipra. Let's get you to bed, honey.
That sounds nice.
And I don't know if Hera actually got us rooms or not, but I will go up to the barkeep and
I'll accompany because I never actually did find them.
and try to get some rooms.
Oh,
I'd
well,
like to-
how's your birthday party going?
Wonderfully, we've had a jovial celebration. I don't suppose you could find us some rooms for myself and Darcy's and our party, and
Well,
also perhaps a fresh, cold glass of water for our inebriated
The
friend.
biggest cup of water you can give us.
Mhm.
that
Can
I can do.
real quick, just point out that Automon didn't like #1 in D&D, and then it's just sitting there in red Ligma, and I don't know what to do about it.
Yeah, I don't know why my message was auto.
How
Automon's on it today.
how many rooms do you guys need?
Well, one for our new party member. Is anybody sharing?
I'll share with Pipra. I'll take care of her.
Tormin, care to share?
Yes. Sure, I'm fine with that.
3 rooms then.
3 rooms it is, and she reaches into one of her pockets, many pockets that she's got adorning her outfit, and pulls out 3 very identical keys.
Very well, thank you kindly. And how much will this run us?
And she's gonna look over at Tormund. You know what? It's covered.
Very kind, thank you.
Thank
I would
you.
like to still toss her a gold coin for her troubles as like a tip, if that's
Okay.
okay. Cool. Removed from my inventory.
Always
Big
remember,
tippers
Danny
around here.
pays his debts.
What was the
Thank
full
you,
name you
Joel.
gave?
Danis DeVito, but you can call me Danny for short.
Got it.
Oh, Danis.
Dwayne the Boulder and Danis DeVito. I love this.
Douanier the Boulder Danis DeVito.
I would assume that in Pipra's state, that is what Tormund has said that his name is, and that's what she's calling him.
It is my name. It's my full legal name. It's on my birth parchment.
Oh my gosh. All right. Come on, Pipra. Let's get upstairs.
I would like to help Pipra out, so it's like kind of arm over mine and kind of like make sure she's not gonna topple over just as we go up the stairs.
Well, you guys go upstairs. I'll be up there. I gotta ask the barkeep just a
Yawns.
quick question.
Of course. Catch you soon.
All right.
I'm gonna head upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Kulan, will you be taking your room as well?
Yes, please.
Onwards then. Okay. I believe that's everyone upstairs though. Except
Besides
for
Tormund.
Tormund, yeah.
Pipra's gonna trip up every single stair.
Oh gosh, I love D&D.
All right. So what is Tormund doing alone downstairs?
Tormund is going to leave the bar.
Oh.
Is there a weapon shop in the area?
Roll an investigation check.
Investigation. +6. All of my rolls are stupid. Modifiers. Come on, don't give me that 3. Oh, don't give me the 1. Oh, thank God. 19.
Okay. You are able to spot for yourself an armory that is not too far removed from the tavern.
Is it like, I would know this just from looking on the outside. Is it like a duplex where it's like armory at the bottom, living quarters on top, or is it just a weapon shop?
It does appear to have some sort of living quarters on top.
Of course it does. I am going to attempt to break in.
Okay.
In honor of Cavium.
Is there windows in the area?
The only windows on this building are on the second floor, which is the living area.
Okay. Then I'm gonna try and pick the lock.
Okay.
Is that a sleight of hand check?
Yeah.
What is that?
Go for it.
Okay. God, the dice roll is so slow. Oh, that's a 10.
So as you're picking this lock, and it's not proving to be a particularly easy one, and maybe it's just because it's been a while since you've picked a lock, but you're rummaging around with it for a little bit, and all of a sudden, you hear from off to your right, "Hey! You! What are you doing there?" And you look over, you see a Vetseal guard approaching, torch in hand.
Am I still dressed as a guard?
I think you might.
I disguise my disguise.
How long does it last?
No, it's not a spell. It's a kit. So
Okay.
like I actually like physically disguise.
You are a full-on guard picking a lock right now, and another guard is approaching. What are you doing?
God,
what are you doing to that door there?
Thank God you're here. Listen, I have found from an inside source that this armory has been illegally selling. I don't know. I would know what drugs are in the area, but like illegally selling drugs in the area, and I am going in to investigate myself.
And you're doing this in the dead of night, picking the lock without any official orders.
Of course I am. The guard. I need to get my proof before I arrest someone. I'm not going to go in barging in.
What is your rank?
Would I know the ranks in the area?
No.
My rank is second lieutenant. What's your rank?
Can you tell me who appointed you?
Well,
Say Ruble. Say Ruble.
Ruble himself.
Ruble appointed you.
Yes. And he hired me specifically to crack down on the drug dealing that is happening in this city. Now, if you want to go against the words of Ruble, you can go talk to him yourself. But I'm here trying to do my job while you're interrupting, and the more we talk about this, the less of a chance I'm going to be able to find out.
All right, and he pulls out his long sword and points it in your direction. Who are you, and what are you doing?
Can never get any good help here. I will tell you what. I am going to... Ooh. Do I go crazy? I just wanted to do something very nice and kind. I'm going to put my hands up and say there's no need to point your sword at a fellow guardsman, and I'm going to cast Charm Person.
That's a save, right?
Yes. 16 wisdom. I think an ordinary guard should not be very wise.
We'll see what the die says, I suppose. It is going to be 16.
Not super
At
smart,
that,
but smart enough.
he is going to reach off of his. He's kind of got like this belt sort of thing, kind of going around in his uniform. He pulls out this little metal piece. You're not sure exactly what it is. You don't recognize it, but he puts it up to his mouth, and it's almost
I cast invisibility and I start to run.
It's okay. It's almost like a whistle, and at that, you can hear the distant footsteps of other guards approaching.
I cast invisibility and I run.
So, which way are you running? Past the guard, away from him? What are we thinking?
This is British police are just like, stop right there, old chum. That's what I'm imagining here.
I was like, whistle. Now it makes sense.
Is there any like? I feel like away would be the smart thing. Could I go like away? Is there a way to go away and off the road?
You can duck into like in between some buildings and such. It'll be off the road.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like run back.
Okay.
Hook a corner.
Okay.
And like get behind like maybe a house, and then if they still hear me, I might try to climb up the house, like try to get on a roof.
Let's see. So you duck behind the corner, and from what you hear, the footsteps out on the road are kind of going to and fro, and you hear the voices of them kind of looking for you, wondering where you went. But it doesn't appear like any of them are going into this little hidden away alley that you find yourself in.
Okay. I'm going to sit and wait.
Okay. How long are you going to wait?
What is it like? I'm going to wait like 30 minutes. Has it died down?
After 30 minutes, in the area that you find yourself in, it has died down.
Okay. Still invisible. I'm going to double check. Can I do a perception check to see if there's any guards in the area?
You can indeed.
Jeez. Why are guards doing their job in the middle of the night?
How dare they?
It's like unacceptable, and it's off the board. 13.
So, from what you could see, it's gone back to the usual guard patrolling the road and such. However, next to the armory, there are 2 guards that stand in front of the building, and they are now kind of there watching just in case the committer of crime would return to the scene.
And there's no other entry except for through the window.
Through the main door. Unless you were able to get up to the windows on the 2nd floor, but that is, of course, the living area, so. And you're running a big risk.
I guess I'll get to trying next night. I'm just gonna go back to the bar.
Okay. So invisible, you walk into the tavern, and people just kind of give the door a weird look because it opened and closed, but there's nobody there.
Must have been the wind.
I'm just gonna head to bed.
Okay.
Defeated.
So you head upstairs, and you have no idea what room is yours because you didn't go up there ever yet.
That's fine. I'll take the front left.
Okay, you walk into the front left room, and you see Kulan, who is at this point asleep in
I
bed.
look down and I'm like, I don't think I'm ready to move on. Close. Next door to the left.
Okay, the next one to the left, you see Pipra and Darcy's, whereas Pipra is just knocked out cold and Darcy's is just kind of awake and notices the door open, was tending to Pipra, but now Darcy's, you see this door open and nobody's there. It just opened.
Well, that's interesting.
I'm gonna like get really close to Darcy's, and then I'm going to uncast invisibility, and just like 2 inches from her face, just be like,
roll a stealth check with advantage to see if she hears you approach.
I get advantage regardless.
Yeah.
I hope you roll low.
We'll see. I also got +5. Oh my god, the dice is so slow.
Oh,
I
no.
might just roll my regular dice moving
Yeah.
forward. 16
16. I mean, that's
and
good.
20.
Okay.
Woo!
So
Jeez.
she does not hear you as you get very close.
And she doesn't like make any audible noises, but she definitely like jerks back and is like breathing heavy, and it's just like, you know, trying to catch her breath, and she's like, Tormund,
Have a good night,
quietly,
and I'm gonna leave and close the door. I'm
Okay.
already
Oh my
gone.
god. Yeah. She's just gonna shake her head and go
Next
back to
door.
watching people.
Next one has Hera within, and you do recall that you were sent to share a room.
All
I'm
right.
going to still be awake, just trying to teach Winston a trick or two. I'm trying to get him to like stand up on his back legs for, and
Okay.
I'm just like on the bed going, "Attaboy! No, up, up, good boy. He's a good weasel."
Okay.
I'd like to imagine that the walls aren't very thick, and so
No.
hearing Hera being like, "Attaboy, up, up," is what is keeping Darcy's up, as well as tending to Pipra. But the
Mhm.
fact that she can hear her celebrating
Yeah.
every time Winston does something good is
See,
what's
but-
keeping her awake.
Now Darcy's gonna think Hera's teaching Tormund tricks.
Yeah.
Good boy, up, up,
Down,
Roll
boy.
over.
down, boy.
I'm gonna undisguise myself and just go to sleep.
I'm gonna stop trying to annoy the ferret and do the same.
Okay. You may all take a long rest.
Long resting. Oh, it feels good to have full health.
7
I am
spell
rested.
slots. You love to see it.
8 spell slots and 4 sorcery points. I'm ready to sorcery.
Good to go.
I am ready to sorcery.
Okay. The night passes without any disturbances for any of you, and you awake to the faint glow of the sunrise peeking through the occasional window.
Oh. Good morning, Winston.
There's going Darcy's is gonna go downstairs. Go downstairs and get a glass of water.
Okay.
And some bread
Okay.
for Pipra and the rest of the group, but mainly for Pipra.
Okay.
I'm gonna just thank Darcy's for the bread and say, "Good morning. How's Pipra?"
Oh, she hasn't come around yet, but she's she fell right asleep and she's been doing okay all night.
Well, that's good at least. Kulan, how are you doing, Kulan?
I'm pretty good. Little bit
Wonderful.
rough after yesterday, but
Yeah,
I'm okay.
I think that goes for all of us. Kulan, would you be willing to accompany me to this Ongra fellow that you said you were familiar with?
Yes, sure.
Thank you. Shall we?
Yes, this way.
Okay. I am going to pat my shoulder so that Winston just sits on it and take my staff and cloak and follow Kulan.
Okay. All right.
When Pippa wakes up, she's gonna ask Darcy's to go with her, and we're gonna find the Warka enchanter.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna wait. You're going to an enchanter?
Yes, Tommy, would you like to come with us?
Could we make a stop by the weapon shop? Because I'd like to go to the enchanter as well. I had an interesting idea that Now this is Tumnus talking. Enchanters they can like put special things on like weapons and armor and stuff like that, right?
That is as per an enchanter's description, yes.
Just wanted to double check. Yeah, could we please go to the weapon shop first? Just quick stop by, and then we can go to the enchanter.
I suppose we can do that.
I know the way. It's just literally around the corner, maybe about 10 shops down.
Okay.
Darcy's just gonna look at Tormund.
You been there before?
Yeah.
No, I saw it when we were walking by to the tavern.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Darcy's just gonna keep looking at Tormund.
If you want, you can roll a history check on if you did walk by it.
I will.
History check.
History check.
Let's see.
What kind of history of yesterday?
25.
You will both instantly know that you did not walk by any armory on your way to the tavern at any point.
They can roll a history check, but I don't get to roll a deception check.
Darcy, I want to look at Pipra and just kind of shake my head and be like, yeah, that armor shop, the weapon shop that we walked past on our way in. Yeah, that's the one, right?
Yeah, that one.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Let's go by myself. That's okay.
No, we'll go with you.
No, we'll definitely go with you.
Okay. You guys are talking in weird code.
I wink at Darcy's.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You ready to get going?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So we will pick up with Hera and Kulan as you make your way through the streets.
I'll be right back.
Well, Kulan,
Yeah, same.
from where do you hail? I never managed to catch that yesterday.
It's pretty certain on the continent. I come from Eustreia,
Ah,
in the capital city of Kienor.
I hope to visit you, Shreya-san. Merely traveling. It's nice to be traveling, I believe. Well, my home for some time has been Madatea, but I don't see myself returning anytime soon anymore. Prior to that, I'm from the deserts of Odelia. Some distance south of Eustreia, I believe.
Odelia?
Yeah.
I've never seen the deserts before.
There's a stark beauty about them, I must say. Part of me misses them, but the rest of me just wants to be free of the sand.
Yeah, I've never really left Kienor before recently, a couple of months ago. When I went
Looking
here.
forward to traveling with us then?
Yes, it would be wonderful to see what more I can see of the world.
Wonderful. Now, it is my personal wish to stop at a tavern in every city that we visit. And I believe it's the best way to experience what there is to offer in the world. How about yourself?
I'm not much of a drinker. It confuses the mind, and I like to stay clear.
Absolutely valid. I must respect your clarity of mind here. Very honorable. Now, of this Ongra fellow, tell me, where have you seen them before?
Well, I saw him just roaming the streets, and he was trying to sell some food, but he looked a little bit rough, so I just helped him give a hand. And while you guys went to do your funeral, I gave him the money.
I see. Well, let's pay this gentleman a visit, I believe. Would you recall the way that you went? Or I'm not familiar with this city at all.
Would I recall, DM?
What specifically are you trying to recall?
Finding the way to the Ongra.
You would know where to go to find him, yes. As per your history with him.
What's his name?
So you will know that he did not give you a direct name, only that he likes to go by, I guess a nickname is maybe the best word for it, as the old man. That's what he tells everyone to call him.
Well, the old man is right around this corner over here. If we
Well,
keep moving.
let's introduce ourselves. I believe we have payment to offer him.
Yes.
Okay. So you turn the corner and you see that in a kind of more makeshift looking little market stall with some various little crates of fruits and vegetables and such like that. The older Ongra man, who has a number of cats that are kind of just laying around his feet and around the stand in general, is tending to this stand, and you can see that he appears to be a vendor of sorts. However, as I mentioned, his stall is a lot more kind of rushed and kind of makeshift, a little newer than the neighboring ones.
I'd like to approach.
Okay. Oh, hello, yes. Are you here to purchase?
I am here to conclude some business on behalf of my friend. I don't suppose you had dealings with a macabre man. Came through yesterday, I believe. I'm not sure what his dealings were, but a beard, a hood of sorts. Strike
Oh.
familiar?
I know the one.
Aye. He was a friend of ours, recently passed, I'm afraid. Well, I'm sure you understand the circumstances of his passing, but he had instructed me to, and as his final wish to us, his friends, to deliver to you payment of sorts, 75 gold, I believe.
Oh, that is very generous. Okay.
I would like to pass him a pouch of 75 gold pieces.
Okay.
I will remove this from my inventory. I would like to further inquire. Yes, I would like to further inquire, if you don't mind me asking, if you have the time.
Yes.
Very well. Shall we over a drink or food, or is it
Oh,
preferable to stay here?
preferable to stay here. I cannot leave my stall unattended.
Very well. So, I am curious, as I'm afraid we'd been traveling with this macabre man for some while, and I've never had the honor of meeting you before. Tell me, what were your dealings? What was the nature of your dealings with our friend Kavian?
Well, he approached me. I was at the time jobless and homeless and just making my way by, and he approached and offered a lot of gold to just cause a bit of a distraction at the morning where everything went crazy. I was intending to create said distraction and get everyone up in arms when the city was attacked.
That sounds convenient. Can I insight check this?
Yes.
Okay. Insight check. Can I also chaotic intervention this insight check?
Yes.
I just want to see if I can roll any higher than a 10. Oh, that'll do. 16.
You can see that this older man is telling the truth, and he is just simply trying to make his way in this world.
So there truly is no misdealings. And tell me, you've met my dear friend Kulan before?
Yes, he was helping me out when I was starting this trade with some of the money that your previous friend had given to me.
Very well, I'll extend my hand. Hera Goldkrusen.
And he will take your hand and just kind of shake it and give you a little smile, but he's not going to offer a name of his own.
Oh, okay. And from where do you hail? I'd like to learn more about you. If our friend valued you this highly, I'd certainly like to know. Some of your dealings with our recently passed friend. I'm doing this in a friendly manner, not in an intrusive one.
So you're asking for what specifically? In more in relation to Kavian, or?
Yes, I'd like to ask, more his background. I'd like to know a bit of his story, basically.
This old man's story?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I've been from lots of places, depending on when you've asked, but originally, I was born in Malavari. In the southeastern parts of it, near the homeland of Blutora. And, well, I've spent most of my life just bouncing from place to place and odd job to odd job. But one thing does remain constant, and that is the wonderful company of cats.
That's true. Cats have been a nice company for me as well. Well, I'd like to let Winston kind of play with one of the cats.
Okay.
Winston being about the size of a cat himself.
Mm-hmm.
A smaller
Chunky
cat.
weasel.
He's a chunky weasel. Yeah, he's like the size of a small cat.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not prey size for a cat. Now, as for our friend Kavian, this distraction, did he expand upon this at all? What was he attempting when, well...
He was very quick and flashed a bunch of gold in front of my face. All he told me to do was get a distraction amongst the guards. And so I was going to do just that. Get some alarms ringing and some guards kind of on edge. But, well, I guess none of us could have predicted the attack happening at such a time.
And tell me, was your plan simply to use yourself as bait for such a large alarm, or did you have some form of contact that you were going to... Oh?
An old man never reveals his secrets, but I have my ways.
Could I persuade an old man for the right amount of coin? I'd like to slide him a further 25 gold pieces.
He's gonna slide it back, and he's gonna say, "Some things in this world cannot be bought."
It's been my experience that whether with gold or favor, things tend to come with a price. And if a favor is what you seek of me, then name your price. Persuasion? Is that okay?
You can roll persuasion.
Okay. This is +6. Let's go. 25.
Okay.
Oh wait, I have to do that at disadvantage. Chaotic intervention. Oh, never mind. 9.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, as I said, not everything in this world can be bought. I seek not more gold nor a favor from you.
I understand.
The means in question I aim to protect as my word was given, and my word is all I've got.
I understand. Very honorable of you. I'd like to recall Winston back onto my shoulder. Just,
Okay.
here, boy. Well, if that'll be all, thank you for your time.
Very well.
Kulan, do you have any questions yourself, or?
Yes, just a moment, but
Of course.
I would like to speak to him alone. If
Okay.
that's okay.
I'll leave you alone. I'll be on the street corner if you need me.
Yep, I'll be right there. No more than 30 seconds.
Of course. I kind of whistle to Winston, and Winston's on my shoulder now. And I leave Kulan in privacy.
Old man, would you happen to... Like, I know you see a lot of stuff in the streets, and I'm looking for somebody. Have you seen anyone happening to go by the name of the Hand of the Shadow, and very mysterious people who work in the dark, do illegal dealings and stuff?
Well, I've not seen anybody in particular who appears to fall under that name, but I have heard the rumblings and whispers of the End of the Shadow operating, or previously operating, within the city here. However, with the war, no longer do they hold a presence here. As for where you might find them, I can't be too certain, as it's all rumors. But from what I hear, any of the larger holds or cities that are not near an active war zone, you can probably find at least a little bit of an outcropping.
I understand. Thank you very much. You helped me a lot.
I wish you all the best, Kulan.
And you, old man.
Okay.
I walk back to Hera.
Find your talks fruitful?
Yes, actually. Very.
Good. I'm very glad. Is there anything I can help you with, or is this a private matter?
It's not so private. It's more a trusting matter, who I can talk to and whatnot.
Very well. I understand that concern very well. Well, certainly if there's anything that I can help with. My magics, my sorcery, and my abilities are at your disposal, new friend. Shall we attempt to reconvene with our friends?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to go ahead and try and find the rest of the party.
Okay. You will go and attempt that. We will pick up with Tormin, Darcy's, and Pippa, who are just now exiting the tavern in their search for the various shops in which they seek.
So this weaponry, Tormin, would you like to lead the way?
So I can. Seems like Pipra's throat is kind of hurting her. I don't think she'll be speaking for a little bit, but yeah, follow me. We can head to the weapon shop. It'd be very quick. I already know what I want. I already have the idea, so in and out 5 minutes.
Okay. Sounds good to us.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much for letting me join in.
Of course. And we'll make our way, following Tormin, to said weaponry.
Back in time.
Okay. So you approach the weaponry, or the armory, and enter through the front door. Ahead of you, you see a shop with various assortments of armor pieces, light and heavy, weapons, both close-ranged and purely ranged. And on the far left side of this room is a bit of a countertop and a shopkeeper who is just kind of sitting back there in a chair. Seems to be reading a book. And as you enter the door, they look up and just give you a simple greeting and go back to reading their book as they do.
All right. I walk up. Oh, how's it going? Good sir.
Gonna close the book and put it down. That's another day.
Another day. That's perfect. Sorry to bother you. I already know exactly what I want. Would you be able to supply me just a simple short bow and 3 arrows?
Oh, that I can do. Is there?
How much would that be?
Just any short bow, just what we have.
Yes, I have a specific incantation. I have an idea that I could possibly put on it, and for that to happen, I need just a simple short bow and arrows.
Okay. Well, yeah. He's gonna kind of motion over to the wall. If you're behind the counter, it's to the left. If you're entering the door, it's the one on the far side from where you would enter the door. There is a couple various short bows, long bows, all of that kind of stuff that is just kind of adorning there. Various ranged weaponry and such. And I'll say, well, you can take the short bow up there, and some of the arrows are they're down in the cupboard just below it. But for 3 arrows in the short bow, it's just gonna cost you 5 gold.
Honestly, is absolutely perfect. That's right in the range that I was thinking, and I will put 6 gold down.
Okay.
Say thank you so much for just quick service. Sorry, I have to go, but I hope that the business does very well.
Thank you.
No problem.
Take the
So-
gold. And as for Darcy's and Pippa, are you guys doing anything while Tormund is doing this?
I don't particularly need anything in here.
Okay.
Yeah, me either.
Okay. And with that, you all
got what I
exit the
need.
building. Okay. So you
Got
exit the building, and the city is yours.
Oh,
Bow?
I got what I need. I think and I hold up the 3 arrows and the bow, and I'm like, to the incantation shop.
I'm gonna head in the direction that I remember being told the incantation shop is.
If it's possible, I would like to route myself towards the same general. Well, not me, outside the group currently, towards the incantation shop as well.
Okay.
I follow Hera.
Cool.
Okay. So, one person from each of the groups roll an investigation check.
Investigation incoming.
I guess Pipra would do that.
There we go. That's going to be a 15.
$22.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, Pipra, Darcy's, and Tormund, you'll find yourselves there pretty quick. And after a little bit of kind of entering and looking around a little bit, you notice that Hera and Kulan enter as well, reuniting the group. And after having looked around for a little bit with no sign of anyone inside, you've looked at some of the bookshelves, some of the various scrolls and maps and whatnot that you can find in this shop. An older elven man makes his presence known behind the counter, and this man has a kind of graying beard that is not terribly long, but it's not short, and he's wearing these very finely tailored robes with a hood that is over top his head, kind of covering up a lot of his white and gray longer hair.
Ah, yes, excuse me, sir.
Yes, what can I help you with?
I'm searching for Volmar.
You found him.
Describe him again.
He is an older elven man with graying white beard that is kind of medium length, longer white gray hair, and he's wearing a very finely tailored robe with a hood over top, kind of shielding away a bit of his appearance, but not all of it.
DM, you said he was a warka.
I did.
Is he in disguise?
He's gonna study you for a little bit, and he's gonna look at the rest of you guys, and
stare at him.
you see
I'm confused.
you see that as his eyes meet each person, his appearance slightly alters to match the race of said person. From Dukaze Elf to Wurika to Ongra to Baramaro, even though Tormund doesn't very much look the part anymore, and then back to his Dukaze Elven form.
That's quite the trick you've got there.
When you've been around as long as I have, you learn a thing or two. Now then,
Dude,
what can I do for you?
my name is Pipper Verikin, and I'm gonna gesture towards my cloak. I was told this was made with the intent to enchant, and I would like to fulfill that purpose for it.
He's gonna motion for you to give him the cloak.
I'll hand it to him.
Okay. He's gonna kind of study it for a little bit, run it through his hands, and kind of hold it up to the light a little bit. Ah, yes. I'm familiar with this work. He's gonna turn and behind this counter of his, in this kind of shopkeep area, I guess, if you will, he's going to pin it into the wall where it's outstretched entirely, and you can see the blue colors of it kind of covering up a big splotch on the wall. And as he does that, he is going to reach down to a little part that you guys can't see, kind of under the, I guess, shopkeep bar kind of thing, and he pulls out a staff, and in this staff you see that it is probably the most beautifully crafted staff you've ever seen. It is of various kind of tree limbs and branches that are all very finely woven together, and they come up into a kind of curl around the top, and there's some kind of golden kind of orb at the top of the staff that's just kind of floating there. It looks like it's alive. And he takes this and he presses it against part of the, in his left hand, taking the staff, he presses it against part of the cloak that is up against a wall, and he starts to just kind of make these intricate patterns with it. And it's almost like an artist painting on a canvas, the way he swooshes to the right and then brings it down and then back. And as this happens, that golden orb leaves behind golden marks, golden lines, golden kind of designs within this blue cloak. And by the time he's finished, after a couple moments of watching this in awe, he puts the staff back, and up on the wall, you can see now the purely blue cloak from before now has a lot of golden accents to it, and these lines, these designs have all kind of embedded themselves within the fabric of the cloth. He unpins it from both sides, and then he froze it up all nice and places it on the counter, and then looks up towards you, Pipra, and says, "For someone of your reading," and you get, as he says that, you get the indication that this is kind of, he's kind of read into your character a little bit, and kind of in that brief introduction, gotten a bit of a read for you, and kind of tried to figure out within himself what might be of maybe the most use or value, I guess, to Pipra specifically.
Can I pick up the cloak?
You can pick it up. He's going to continue speaking. This cloak now, so long as it is adorned, so long as you adorn it, it is adorned by you, whatever the English is there. So long as you are wearing this cloak, should you ever find yourself in a hairy enough situation, you can use one of these streaks of gold imbued within the cloak to double the power of a spell of your choosing. Now, it is limited, and there are only a total of 5 streaks of gold within this cloak. Once you've used all 5, this cloak can no longer be enchanted.
Wow.
And for the others, he looks at the rest of you.
Hello. Yes. I'm here on some inquiries, I believe.
1 second.
Wow.
Okay. Continue.
Well, yes, I come with a cloak of my own. I'm looking. It's minor enchanted. There's a weak magic force. Somewhat. It's been protecting me so far, but as the we'll say caliber of foes that I encounter has been growing, its protection has been somewhat limited. In any case, I'm wondering. The first inquiry would, of course, be how strong would you be capable of making the enchantment on this cloak?
Depends on what specific purpose do you seek in this cloak?
I look for protection against magics of all kind.
I see. Well, shall I? And he motions to take the cloak.
Cool. I take the cloak off, Winston still on my shoulder, and pass it over to the man. I'd also, if you have the time, like to inquire about an enchantment for my staff. I've heard that there is ways to store spells within its fibers of its wood. I'd like to inquire about such an enchantment.
Very well. He takes that as well. Similar to what he did with Pipper's cloak. He's going to pin it up against a wall. See it outstretched as it's there. He takes your staff and he pulls out this contraption. You're not too sure. None of you guys have ever seen it before. You're not too sure.
Arcana check it.
You can Arcana check it, yeah.
Okay, cool.
If you want.
Let's have a look. That'll be a 21.
Okay. It holds no magical properties.
Oh, okay.
And he pulls it out, and after messing around with it for a little bit, he sets the staff in this contraption so that it holds it up at a kind of diagonal angle, and it just kind of props it there, kind of in the air around his kind of working level, so he doesn't have to bend down or anything, so that he can do as he will with it. And it is kind of off to the left of the cloak on the wall. He's going to take out the staff that he had previously with the golden orb kind of encased by all the tree limbs and branches and everything. And to the cloak, you see something a little different this time. The orb kind of starts to glow a little bit. And then he makes, without touching the cloak with the staff, just kind of hovering a little bit away, he makes kind of the pattern of an X, if you will, over it. And as that happens, you see these little particles kind of float away from the orb on his staff and stick themselves to the cloak. And it has a little bit of a sparkle now. Kind of like in snow. Like if there's a lot of snow and it has that little glint. That's kind of what the cloak has now. And he's going to fold it up, puts it on the counter, and he pushes it forward to you. So, in your search to protect yourself from magic, once a day, so long as you are wearing this cloak, when you wake up in the morning, speak aloud what element of magic you wish to resist.
Oh,
and for that day, that element of magic will, well, shall I not spoil the surprise? He turns and goes to the staff. And on the staff, he studies it for a little bit, just kind of pondering his beard a little bit. And then he goes in and to a bookshelf nearby. And he kind of pulls out a journal, sifts through the pages a little bit, pulls out another book, sifts through its pages just a little bit. And you can see that he's looking for something very specific that he has in mind for your specific staff here. Wait just a second. Make sure I have the right things up here.
Okay. If there's any more trouble, have you any scrolls that I could browse in your collection?
You could indeed browse some scrolls if...
I would like to browse some scrolls.
Okay.
I'm not quite of the same level of reading as my compatriot Pipra here, but I pride myself in willing to learn.
In the meantime, for those of you guys who are just kind of standing there, should you be conversing, you can go ahead and do it because I'm checking some notes.
Pipra's going to excitedly also grab her staff and be like, "That was cool. You want to do it to mine?"
Pick up. I would like to like pick up and look at the sparks or whatever in Pipra's new cloak, and I just want to be like,
In the little sparkles, that would be in
Is it-
Harris.
oh, so
It's like
oh, no,
it's like
I thought Pipra's cloak had
It has golden streaks.
golden
yeah, streaks.
streaks, like kind of tribal designs almost.
I just want to like stare at it.
Mhm.
That is fantastic. Are you? God forbid you rain down lightning like Hera has, because you might be the new strongest.
Funnily enough, one of my wild magic abilities is to do that, so...
Wow.
But I only have 5, so I must choose
Use them
wisely.
Use them wisely, yes,
Well,
I
especially
agree.
since he said you can't. The cloak can't be enchanted after that, so you can't do
Jeez.
anything after that. You got 5 chances to do stupid stuff. That's unbelievable.
Well, with our experience now, I believe in Pipra. I believe in her wisdom.
You know, I've never gotten good with I've never been talented with damaging arcane arts.
If
But I
it's
am-
your preference, I can teach you some of the spells that I know.
Sadly, I don't think I have the ability to learn spells on the fly. Most of them, you know,
Oh, no.
they come to me. They come naturally to me just through music, through the art of conversation.
Similarly.
I don't have the ability to read and learn from the arcane text. I've tried. Oh, I've tried many of times, but that's just not how I guess the magic speaks to me.
That's entirely valid. I was much the same a mere couple of days ago. While you were, shall I say, previously busy with our my friend Iris, I inquired to Pipra about such an ability, and I had been, well, I'm slightly more knowledgeable than I was before.
I mean, I'm happy to give it another shot, but also
Nice.
it seems like in the run of magic that I've been able to pick up has been less damaging and more controlling, and I think that makes more sense for who I am. But I will say I do get a little jealous when I see you two going absolutely berserk on the battlefield.
Now I'm sure that there are some musics that could be assaulting to one's ears.
Okay. The
True.
the older enchanter pulls Hera's staff from the kind of contraption, and Hera, feel free, by the way, the staff that you gave him, feel free to describe it in as much detail as you like.
The staff is made largely of wood, and there is a small metal brass band round the tip. At the very tip, the wood seems to expand almost as though a chalice at the very tip, although there is a spell to be conjured from the very tip of the staff. Through the center, a crystalline structure runs, but it's only visible at the very tip. when casting a spell, this crystalline structure grows and glows so that it can be seen as though casting a sickly blue light into the surroundings, and that is from where I channel my magics.
Okay. So as he turns with your staff, you see that it appears a little different. And while you do know it is the same staff, the wood part of the majority of it has been encompassed in various kind of splotches and sections with what appears to be that crystalline inside of it that has kind of made its way from the inside a little bit to the outside in some parts. And so you have this glassy, icy, crystalline appearing staff. It's a kind of a mix of the wood and then those kind of crystals. And the top largely remains the same. At the bottom of it, you see, different from what you've seen previously, you see another one of those brass kind of circular pieces added to it. And coming out of that at the very bottom appears to be a kind of diamond shape of ice. And he places it on the counter and motions it towards you. If you would like, you can roll an Arcana check on it.
I would like to roll an Arcana check on it. I would like to have a look, and that's going to be an elect. I'm going to chaotic intervention this as well. Why not? Oh, that was terrible. So it's going to be an 11. That's a disadvantage on the next one as well. Thanks, chaotic intervention.
If anyone else would like to assist Hera, and I'll let you guys assist reading it out if you want.
I'm afraid I don't quite recognize. It's beautiful, but I'm afraid I don't recognize the enchantment that's been placed upon my my staff.
I can't read enchantments. I already know that. I can't.
17 is my roll.
Very nice, Pipra. Very nice.
Okay, so you're going to notice that Hera is struggling a little bit to figure out exactly what it is. But when you walk up to the staff and you kind of study it for a little bit, you are able to relay the information to Hera that this staff has been imbued with the Ice Knife spell.
That's so cool.
And it can be used, even though it's a first level spell, without spell slots.
Hey.
Okay, so at will Ice Knife.
Still of course requires an action, but you know.
Of course.
Will
this also channel my chaos magic through it? Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I would like to see if he'll enchant my staff.
With his
Thank you kindly.
With his staff enchantment thing there, he will indeed take your staff. And Pipra, feel free to, in as much detail as you wish, describe your staff before he takes it.
Yes, I googled wizard staffs to better picture what I actually had intended, but
what is this Google that you're talking about?
It's a very powerful inquiry.
By immersion.
I'm not quite sure. Personally, I've only been
really. We've had the Boulder. We've had Danis DeVito. It's Google that broke the immersion.
She comes from Scoatia, land of quite the jungle, many trees.
Scoatian Valley. There we go.
Yeah, and so it's a very naturey staff with just long wooden, like very, very straight part, and then at the top it kind of like wraps around with like peaky holes. I'm looking at Gandalf's staff. This is my reference. And
quickly looking up
a crystal in the middle that's kind of like oval shaped, maybe kind of pointed oval. And the color of the crystal is red. She tends to use fire magic the most.
Okay. So he's going to take your staff and place it into this contraption. And you can't really see what exactly he does when it comes to the staffs, but With his back to you, he's kind of working for a little bit. You can see the occasional effect of magic kind of make itself known. A little bit of a glow here and there. And after a little bit, he removes the staff from the contraption. He turns and he places it onto the countertop. And you can see that it largely remains unchanged. But you do notice that weaving through the majority of it, the kind of long part that you would hold on to, and any particular part of it, the big wooden part, essentially, weaving throughout it are these various very dark blues, these like really deep blues that kind of go all the way down the wood. And it's not in a very chaotic way, but rather in a kind of ornate way. Whereas it very faintly curves around the staff towards the bottom, whereas it only makes it a full circle around it maybe twice before it reaches the bottom. So they're very long and drawn out. And if you would like, anyone can roll an Arcana check to see if you know what it does.
I'll go ahead.
So the way
That's-
I got a dirty 20.
I'm going to need to roll
Dirty
disadvantage
20
here.
as well.
That is going to be 17 from me.
Okay, so you guys are able to determine that Pipra's staff has imbued within it the first level spell Thunder Wave,
Ooh,
Nice.
I like it.
which works the same as Hera's staff in that you will not need to expend a spell slot. That's it.
Very nice.
Thank you
I'm
so
just-
much for this.
I'm just programming the action at the moment.
Am I next in line for
Yeah.
special magical services?
So he returns that staff to Pipra. He looks out amongst the rest of you. Is there anything else for your group?
I have something.
Yes?
I walk up with the bow and the 3 arrows. It's kind of come into my attention the past few days that I would like to maybe take up some more ranged weaponry. However, I don't. Well, I still try to keep nimble and agile, and I feel like a whole sling of arrows on my back would be too much. I was wondering if there was an ability to make this bow, whenever I fire an arrow, that arrow be able to come back to my hand, or maybe in a special side compartment.
Nice.
That is not something within my capability to achieve.
Yondo.
Quick question for the DM.
Mhm.
Does me and Pipra's staff allow upcasting if we have the spell slots, or is it
It is a
Just first level
flat thing.
Cool.
Doesn't use any
level
spell
up.
slots so you can cast it infinitely essentially. And then the trade-off is that you can't cast it at level 2 or anything.
Okay. No
Is there-
upcasting.
Is there anything special you can do with the bow in that idea realm set?
As for returning arrows to you, no. But could I do something to the bow? Yes.
Kind of Torment, kind of looking a little defeated. Sure. Whatever you can do.
Very well. He's going to take the bow and changes around the contraption that was holding the staves to better hold the shape of the short bow. And again, to his various books and journals and such things as those. Looking through my notes again, so feel free to talk.
And mister, I don't suppose among your scrolls that I can browse, thank you. What in terms of gold will all of this cost me? You've been very generous.
That we will figure out once we have settled what everyone desires.
I understand very much. Okay. What would I be able to see in terms of scrolls here? Is there anything that I'd be able to note down on my spellbook, or
I will have to do about that
me and
in a little bit
Pipra's
here.
would be the same in this case, so you'd only have to look it up for the wizard one. Imagine that, a sorcerer being able to cast wizard spells. Crazy how. Crazy.
I am taking a look at some of the enchantments to figure out what best suits Tormund, so you have to give me a second.
Okay.
Because I didn't expect Tormund to want an enchantment.
I'm kind of upset.
Oh.
I had a cool idea with the arrow return thing, but
Oh.
it's okay. I don't even know what I'm
If,
doing now.
Pipra, if you'd like, I can show you what I've done to be able to get that as an action.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I'm trying to add it.
on your actions thing, go ahead and click that. And when you do the custom one, it'll bring up a menu that looks like this.
Okay.
And from that, you're basically just going to pull up the spell Thunderwave, I think it was. And you're just going to copy all of its stats from the spell thing on 5e. Like, you are just going to basically copy-paste. That's just what I've done there. So for me, it doesn't trigger wild magic. It's at will, so it's basically cantrip level, but first level power. And there isn't any upscaling to the spell.
Oh man, I really threw the DM for a loop.
I would have said
Okay.
that Boots of Haste would be
I
outright.
have got one for Tormund. So,
Ooh, I'm ready for it.
as Volmar, the enchanter, pulls this short bow from this contraption and turns and places it on the countertop, you can see that this bow has been pretty heavily altered in its appearance. Now, the wooden make of it has little bits of not on the part that you would hold, but on the rest of it, little thorns that kind of grow out of it. And it looks a little more naturey, a little more foresty, as these little thorns kind of grow out in these ornate patterns from the bow. And for any of you who would like, roll the Arcana check to determine what it does.
Go ahead and
I'll give it a try for fun and I don't think I'll get it.
15.
I'm going to...
Oh, I got a 19.
Chaotic intervention and just pray again.
Did you already do
There
a
we
disadvantage on a roll since your last one?
I think my last one was disadvantage.
Because I know you've used it a couple times here. So...
okay, so then take the 11 then, if it's disadvantage.
Okay. That's alright, Tormund's got it anyway.
Yeah.
So Tormund,
18.
to everyone's surprise, is the one who knows. And the
I read
moment
this in a book once.
the moment you see the bow with all of the thorns, you are made aware that should you strike a creature with an arrow from this bow, it will be imbued with the Ensnaring Strike spell.
Ooh.
Ensnaring
Which means which means when you hit any creature with an arrow, a writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact from that arrow across their body. They must succeed on a strength saving throw, and if they don't, they will be restrained until the end of their next turn. It's going to be altered a little bit because usually it's till the spell ends, but
that would be overpowered. Oh my gosh.
And a large or larger creature has advantage on that saving throw. So it'll mostly be useful on humanoids and such.
Okay. What would the name of that bow be? Or what would you call it? Just so I can add the custom.
You can call it whatever you want to call it.
Okay. And it still does the same damage, right? Which I believe is 1d6.
Yep, when restrained, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of its turns. So if you were to hit a creature and they fail the strength saving throw, they are restrained, and at the start of their next turn, while they are restrained, they take 1d6 piercing damage, and then at the end of that turn, the vines go away.
Okay. 2 quick questions just to make sure I know all of this. Does it still do the regular bow 1d6 piercing damage when it hits them originally? So does it like hit them, do 1d6, and then if they fail their save on their turn, it'll do another 1d6?
The ensnaring strike damage is added to the bow damage.
Technically, it can do 2d6. And then
Yes.
is it every single hit, or do I choose when it does it?
It'll be every single hit with that bow.
With that bow. Okay. I'll grab it. I'll take a look around. Thank you. I appreciate this. I think this will actually have a lot of good use. I'm just going to have to go back and buy just a few more arrows. I think I'll run out after 3.
And with that, is that all I can do for your little group?
I'm gonna step forward and really nervously, like Darcy's is just nervous for no reason. There's no reason in particular that she's nervous. She just is. She likes to just step forward and say, what's his name again?
Volmar. Vulmar.
Volmar. All right, Mr. Volmar, because that's Darcy's. Mr. Volmar. I was wondering if there's anything that you can do to help me help my friends when we're in combat. Oh, I just broke my clip. If there's some way that I can help them when I'm just a little bit farther away from them, or something of the sorts.
Help from afar, you say?
Yeah, like to help help them heal, or just feel better.
I see. And Darcy's currently has a cloak, correct?
Yeah. She also has, I don't know if it's like not like an item, but it's like one of her possessions. She has like this necklace that has some ancient, like really old dust in it that she believes is healing dust. Like in a necklace, like in a little like bottle looking thing.
Okay. Let me check my thing here. Let's see what we can make. You can feel free to talk amongst yourselves. It might be a second.
I am working
good.
on getting this figured out.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out my bow stuff.
I'm just trying to give my staff a really edgy Latin name at the moment.
A very edgy Latin name.
A very edgy Latin name. I've kind of gone Rime Prodionis, which is meant to be the ice of the betrayed.
I went with Bow of Snaring.
Nice, let's go.
Is that strength saving throw based on my my natural spell DC?
I
would assume so.
believe that's how it works. The actual spell didn't list like a number, so.
Yeah, it just said make a strength saving throw.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it would be a saving throw of 15, like all my other spells.
And it would.
That's not bad. It's not bad. I need to like read. I have quite a few weapons now. Got a dagger strapped to my thigh, a cutlass, and a bow.
Okay, so Volmar is going to see your necklace, Darcy's, and he's going to motion for you to hand it to him.
She's gonna like take it off very like carefully, and she's gonna hand it to him and say like gingerly hand it to him and just say like, be careful with it. You know.
He will gracefully take this necklace and he holds it up into kind of a spot where the light's shining through a window, and you can see as the light kind of beams through the effect it creates as he motions his hand in a certain way. As it happens, these kind of magical particles start to make their ways from his fingertips up and into the necklace, and you see them kind of go and surround this necklace. He brings it back down, and when he hands it to you again, you can see that on the inside of it, you said there was like dust on the inside? You can see that that dust has a faint blue glow to it. And if anyone would like, you can go ahead and roll the Arcana check.
Let's go ahead. I'm just gonna abandon any pretense of... There we go. 16.
It's not bad.
I am not
got a
going to use any
22.
chaotic things.
17.
So, Darcy's, you will know, be the one to figure it out, that you will be able to use through this necklace, you'll be able to cast the spell Shield on anyone else. Which, for those who don't know, Shield is a first level spell. It creates an invisible barrier of magical force around usually yourself, but this cannot be used on yourself. It can only be used on others to appear and protect them. Until the start of their next turn, they have +5 bonus to their AC, including against the triggering attack. Well, I guess it's usually a reaction, but they will take also no damage from magic missile if it were to be used against them. So essentially, use it and it will give somebody +5 bonus to their AC. Now, this is something that would have to be used as an action through your necklace, just like the staves of Pipra and Hera.
Okay.
As opposed to the usual reaction.
So you said this can shield anyone. Is it just like one person at a time, or is it like...
So what you can do, if you want, is add a custom item to your inventory, and then in the description or the notes of that item, go to the shield spell and just copy what it says, so that you can just have that on cue and
very nice
for when needed. You'll just note that it uses an action, not a reaction, because the original spell is a reaction.
Gotcha.
All right.
Very nice. And Kulan, is there anything that you might require?
Nope.
Thank God.
I'd like to imagine Kulan is just like one of the viewers who's watched like someone play Elden Ring and they spent the first hour of their Elden Ring stream just going through the character customization menu, and just detailing everything, and you're just sitting there like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I think other than that, me and Pipra just need a list of scrolls that we can go through and see if there's any on our available
That
list.
is entirely correct. Just a second.
It'll be the same one, which...
Same
things up.
list, right?
Thunderstruck! That's so cool. I was so tempted to just, oh man. The first time the wild magic went off, I really wanted to request that be played. Just wow, 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 wow. That was
So, what is it
Mhm.
that we're looking at?
Scrolls so that we can note them down in our various spellbooks, I think.
Okay.
Although I can only learn rituals. I'm not quite as talented in the arcane as you are.
So you will see that the scrolls that he has available here
Okay.
are one-time use scrolls.
Okay. I can copy some of those down as long as they are rituals.
And so with these spells that he has available in his little shop, and the way they'll work is you'll be able to read from the scroll the spell that it has upon it and cast it the one time the scroll will disappear, and that will be that.
Okay.
Hit me with him. Let's see what he's got.
Let's see.
Okay, so is there any specifics that you would want to find out of these scrolls?
I am looking for.
Well, how high of magic do they hold in them? What level?
You'll see.
I'm looking for one of either Identify, Phantom Steed, or Water Breathing.
I'm looking for some wild high level spells.
So Hera's looking for more utility,
Mhm.
and Pipra's looking for damage.
My natural spells that we've worked on
Mhm.
give me a lot of utility, so let's have some fun.
We're kind of swapping, aren't we?
Yeah, in this one instance.
Because I don't actually have any third level slots at the moment. I diverted my path.
Yeah, I'm looking for third level or higher.
Whoa.
Okay, give me just a moment.
I did switch out the second third level spell that I picked. I did it right before the stream started, so I'll show you later, Cody.
Thunder. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. That's such a good name for your weapon.
I thought so.
I can't wait to try this bow out.
Okay, so Pipra,
Yes.
everyone better buckle up.
Ready for it.
You're going to find a scroll that fits your search to the T. Now, keeping in mind that this is a one-time use scroll, and so you won't be able to use this spell beyond this scroll until later on when you might learn it. You find a scroll for Investiture of Flame, a 6th level
What?
transmutation spell.
Hang on,
I will read it out for everyone.
Okay. Yeah, no, read that one out.
The duration is 10 minutes. It takes an action to cast, and it's on yourself. Flames race across your body, shedding bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet for the spell's duration. The flames don't harm you. Until the spell ends, you gain the following benefits. You are immune to fire damage and have resistance to cold damage. Any creature that moves within 5 feet of you for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there takes 1d10 fire damage. You can use your action to create a line of fire 15 feet long and 5 feet wide, extending from you in a direction you choose. Each creature in that line must make a dexterity saving throw, and if they fail it, they take 48 fire damage, half as much on a successful save.
It's crazy.
And you will have that as a one-time use for if ever a situation is hairy enough.
Wow.
As for Hera, give me just a moment.
Yes. The
That
only
last
ones
10
I'm
minutes, I'm
capable
so
of.
excited.
I know, that's amazing.
Like, I
6th
could just
level.
throw that on, use one of my
To-
movement spells, and just run to everyone.
You know we're about to be
Take
like,
the damage.
Speed.
I
know
am
we're
the
about to be, like-
Flash.
we're about to
Flame
be like
version.
broke after this.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
are.
I'm hoping to have the gold for
That's
this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enchantments and a 6-level scroll.
My name is Pit Preverican, and I am the fastest wizard alive.
And on top of this, we're about to fight like a Tarrasque next.
Oh,
or
no.
Something ridiculous. You're gonna be like, oh, I powered up my players. Let me give them, I don't know, a level 20 beast.
Oh, that's terrible.
Let's have them fight gods now at level 5.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no. See, temporarily, doing a level in Warlock is technically a nerf to Hera. But it'll be a major buff soon.
Oh man, this is the most Cody has had to research in a game ever.
Alright,
This is why I
adding-
keep my DMG open on that other monitor.
Adding a
This is just-
6th level scroll.
Wow.
God, that's 6. Oh, we're gonna be so broke.
Yeah.
We're gonna be working in the shop to pay off our debts. I hope you all know this.
I have the equivalent of about 1,000 gold on my person.
How? What?
You remember Tanith, right?
Yes.
What she gave me when we cleared out that Incurio base?
Is that 1,000 gold?
It's 500, but I have the rest in just actual gold.
Oh my gosh. Are you actually kidding me? I was too busy doing lore stuff that I didn't know we were rich.
It's all the spoons I've pilfered over my days.
Stealing spoons left and right.
Exactly. No, stealing spoons is how you get rich. This is how it goes. Take notes, everybody. Thievery pays.
Well, I'm glad that I got a... I'm hoping that with the bow and a quiver of arrows, I won't be like overcumbered. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, you're probably fine. I've
much
never
crap
had
on my
to worry
body?
about it. Yeah, I've never had to worry about that in my life before. Generally, if your strength score is anything over 10, you'll be fine. Oh no, how bad?
It's a 9.
You still might be fine, unless that was like a ballista-sized bow. Like you're probably okay.
Currently all of my equipment is 23 pounds, and that's including the armor I'm wearing.
All of my equipment ends up coming to about 50 pounds. So
Yeah, but you're strong.
I'm quite strong, yeah.
I'm
Also
a weak-
quite tall.
I mean, the bow's only 2 pounds.
Yeah. I carry a bunch. I've also got these potentially enchanted dice from earlier when we were about to be assassinated and Tanith got them. And I've never really had a look at them, but apparently they're meant to roll +3 on just regular d6s.
Interesting.
I've got a bunch of things. I've got Bulin's Spear from last time. I've got a billion daggers, a rapier, a row of Tiz scales.
I think I'm okay, actually.
And a skull medallion.
You know what? I won't question it until the DM says, "Hey, you now have the heavy roll in Dark Souls." Instance. Once I have that, then I'm nervous.
Dude, I just thought. So, if I use the scroll in one of the charges on my cloak, will that work?
Oh, that's horrifying. Yeah, it
That
would work.
technically, yes, that would work.
Yep.
That'd be fun.
I think I
think I
need to
added
redo
that.
everyone's max DPR calculations because I had this all like not memorized but like on hand so that I could see, okay, if everyone rolls really high, this is the kind of damage output you can do. And last session I was really close to that as Hera, but I think Pipra beats me out now. I think Pipra just outright demolishes Hera's max
until I see Pipra
You
rain down
might.
130 points of damage in one turn, I don't believe it.
I don't have the possibility to do that, no.
Even if it's technically accidental damage.
Yeah.
Still dumb. Absolutely.
Technically,
Ridiculous.
Hera's
let's see.
DPR is infinite if she rolls max, because one of her attacks loops back on itself as long as you get 2 dice the same.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
Well, this is just, it's not a serious question, it's just, so what is the max damage possible if I use a gold streak on Fireball? That would make it
16d6?
16d6.
Like, that's very close to, like, a straight up meteor storm, isn't it? Like 20d6, 16d6, like the level difference. You upcast Fireball a couple, or you cast Meteor Storm, and then with that, it's 20d6 for the fire, 20d6 for the bludgeoning, doubled. So you are doing 80d6 damage, 80d6.
Jesus.
That is your max potential.
That's just
80d6.
That's just dumb. That's just dumb. I'm not even gonna lie.
I want to see what a roll like that looks like. So a roll like that looks like oh, here's my entire PC crashing.
Uh-oh. Goodbye.
Oh my gosh.
It is trying to calculate this. There you go. It looks like that.
Casual. No big deal.
I mean, if you crit that, that doubles anyway, so it's a double-double.
Double.
Double-double.
Double.
Gosh. Jeez.
And Hera has you cast spells at double power for a wild magic ability. Double times 8. A combo attack would be lethal.
Mr. DM, I have a
Yep.
question. So I copied that spell into an action, but I asked and it didn't answer my question. Is it just one person that can be protected at a time?
Yep.
Or is it like
It's
a range
on
of people?
a single individual.
Okay.
What
Gotcha,
about
gotcha.
the spell that I can copy down? Was that ever, or is that currently in progress?
I am currently making sure that I get something that's just right.
Okay.
I'm being a little
fine.
picky about it because I want to make sure that it's a good fit.
Okay, that's fine.
All good. Take your time. I am. Gosh, I'm going to be. If we need to steal somebody, I might be your like 100% your guy.
Well,
+8 stealth with advantage.
you have always been the stealthiest of us.
Able to charm, blind, or hold someone, and I got a bow that holds someone.
Certainly, if you ever need anybody intimidated or persuaded, I can.
I want a capture, and I want to capture the princess arc in our story. Give it to me.
So,
Okay. I think I found one that'll be useful for what Hera's looking for.
Okay.
There you go.
Keeping in mind that this is, of course, a single-use scroll, you, Hera, find something of utility that could be pretty useful, given the right context. It is a scroll of confusion. And so, this spell assaults and twists creatures' minds spawning delusions and provoking uncontrolled action. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be affected by it. An affected target can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each of its turns to determine its behavior. If it's a 1, the creature uses all of its movement in a random direction and doesn't take its action. If it's a 2 to 6, doesn't move or take actions. If it's a 7 to 8, uses its action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within reach. If there's no creature within reach, it does nothing that turn. And if it's a 9 to 10, they act normally.
So if it's a 2 through 6, it's almost like the Orb of Confusion from SpongeBob.
So what level is that so that I can add that as a scroll?
It
I don't
is
think I have the
a
ability to copy this spell.
4th level enchantment spell.
It's a 4th level enchantment, understood. Adding this to my equipment very quickly.
I'll say that you guys only grab 1 scroll each because you are already up there in price.
Very understandable, yes. What price are we currently looking at?
Well, are you all done in this shop?
I am done with this shop. I have got everything
Okay.
that I will need here.
It's 1 out of 5?
We really
Well,
need
2
that
out of 5
gold
because
here,
coolons.
Taya.
I'm done.
Okay, 3 out of 5.
I just wanted a necklace.
Foreman and Pipra, are you both done?
Yes. I don't think I can afford what I have, but I'm gonna try.
I don't think I can't think of anything else that I could enchant.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I have one
Uh-oh.
more, and this is a shot in the dark. Actually, wait, no. Wait, no, I don't need that. I was about to see if I could do like a boots of. Well, no. Would I be able to enchant my boots to be able to give me a speed boost or,
Wear
anything like that?
boots?
Boots of Haste was absolutely, yeah, I was kind of thinking that's kind of like...
I was just thinking.
1 second. I am working on the current total at the moment.
Yeah, how about this?
Oh,
Let's
this
find out
is-
what the total is and then see if I will spend more money.
I would, if this total's high, then I'm going
Oh,
to... attempt
is
to-
it high? Okay, so
Oh, no,
you guys
four
are
figures?
currently, and I'll round to a nice number. You, all in all, for everything so far, are at 750 gold.
Okay.
Oh my
okay.
god.
Group total.
That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I did think it was going to be 4 figures.
I did too.
That's still bad. We literally had the stereotype of like going to New York City for the first time
Yep.
and just maxing out the credit card.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So you'll have to decide
would
amongst
like
yourself how much gold each of you removes. Because
Mister,
I only have
I'm-
151 to give.
I
have
have
360
360 in actual gold and 1 platinum. But excuse me,
I
I
just
would
had
like
1,000 gold.
I have something worth 500. I can pay for the whole thing myself if need be, but Mister, is there any chance that we can provide you some form of service or
Oh my god, we're
advertise your wonderful establishment
going into indentured servitude.
as some kind of way to acquire a small discount?
If
Well,
I may step in
if it
here
helps.
real quick.
I've already applied a discount, as I find that fate shines favorably on your little group.
Could you
Very
tell me
well.
how much it was
Figures.
before the discount?
Oh,
This is like me asking DM because I'm curious.
it would have been,
1,500.
it would have been, if not 4 figures, very close.
Oh,
Oh.
jeez.
Okay.
Oh.
So, Kulan, what was that?
I want to talk to the shopkeeper real quick.
Cool, and I forgot you were here. I apologize.
Oh yeah, sorry, I fell asleep in the chair back there. But yes, these people have done. I know you already gave them a discount, but how about you give them a discount on the discounts and add more discount because these people have been. Do you have any idea what these people have done for you and your city? It is remarkable if you have seen them.
I am
we
well
persuasion
aware,
it?
and this is a big
all
reason
persuasion.
as to why I feel as though fate shines favorably on your group.
If
a matter of
cancel
fact-
the persuasion check. Can I insight check that?
Yes.
Inciting as well.
Look,
That's
I
a
have silver
19.
tongue. I have advantage
14.
on selling or buying things.
Oh.
You do. What was
19
your
for me.
rolls?
In 19.
Okay, and Pipra?
14.
So you'll both know that, or you get the feeling that he knows a lot, and somehow, and you kind of maybe tie it to his ability to almost shapeshift in a way, that he is not just a simple enchanter, but rather there's a lot more going on. And he's going to continue speaking. I have kept tabs on your adventure thus far, as I
Have you
do
now?
with many of those who seek to shape the world around us.
Tarman's gonna take a step back after hearing this because he thinks, "Oh, he knows about my bounty." So I'm just take a step back. in the crowd.
He's not gonna like single you out or anything.
I'm
Tarman, do you
still
have
being-
Dust of Tracelessness ready?
Worry not, for the information I gather and the people I watch are of a, well, let's just say your secrets are safe, and I don't keep tabs for any harmful means, rather
Fair
to ensure that the course of time will remain undamaged.
Tell me, are you from Scoatia?
I am from many places, and as he says that, you kind of hear all around you, all of you hear all around you, these kind of faint whispers, and the room kind of glows a little bit, the little tremor in the ground, and for just a split second, his voice appears otherworldly.
Arcana check?
Is he a celestial?
Can I do like a religion check? I feel like this is.
If you want
And he
to,
Are
sounds
we
like a follower of Zelmo.
I'm gonna do a religion check. This has got to be some type of godly stuff.
Arcana check is 12, so.
What check do you want me to run?
okay, what was yours, Tormund?
Religion check was 7. I just think it's
And-
whatever god I prayed to
Okay,
last
and
Is that-
last episode. I'm gonna be like, oh no,
and
Can I have
They're following me.
perception? Will that work, or do I need Arcana?
you're gonna, if you want to figure out what's going on, it'll be a religion check.
Religion, okay.
Rolled a 16 Arcana check.
How do I have +5 religion?
very religious
It's a
person.
it's a Worica thing.
17.
So none of you are exactly sure, but as for Pipra and well, Darcy's, as for your Arcana check, what you're able to make out of it is that this person, this being, Volmar, is perhaps the most powerful mage that you have ever met, and there is a lot going on here.
I'm going to just step back then.
Pipra, you in with Pipra's check, you would be familiar with group, an otherworldly group, known as the Hands of Time. And these Hands of Time are directly linked to the god of time, which is, of course, Zelmel. That's not to say that Volmar is Zelmel, because that is not the case, but rather that for if just a brief moment, a feeling washes over you as though you are witnessing the signs of a member of the Hands of Time.
Praise Dialga.
And do with that information as you will, as he's right there in front of you.
Well, I'm going to opt to not scam God in that case, and I'm going to instead...
I also don't say anything yet about this.
750 gold, yes, that was the total.
You're like, yes, take the money. Yep, I'm gonna. I got somewhere else to be.
Well, I can contribute to this about 350 gold at the moment, unless I am to use the artifact that I was given, and I can
put in 150.
That takes us to...
I can put towards 300.
That brings us to...
I can put up
500 before, that's 800.
So, I guess it depends on how you want to do it. But
okay, so we can afford it, that's okay.
Yeah, you can afford it.
I will put down 350 gold to this. That is a lot of my net worth, but I'm ready for it.
Okay, so that's 350.
And it's away.
400 gold remains.
I'll do 100.
5 gold.
Thanks.
So Pipra does 100, which means there's 300 left.
I'll put down 100.
Okay, so there's 200 left after Torment. And Kulan's actually doing 5?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so 195 is left.
I'll put down the 195.
Okay. All right. So everyone remove the amounts you specified in gold from your inventory.
Oh, we just dropped fat stacks.
Woo! Yep, I am skint.
We gotta figure out how to make money now.
Oh.
Well,
I mean, you had an option of returning to Meritea, but we'll see how well that went.
They technically fulfilled our duties. That's what they paid us for.
Money, please.
There was another half of the payment for if you returned successful.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we were successful in that we delivered the message. Just
delivered. Yeah, you're like, oh, hey, message to deliver. Oh, by the way, kills the king.
Whoa,
you think the dragons know how we can make some money?
You're making fun of a dead man, DM. I'm just saying it right now.
You keep it up. You keep it up. It's gonna be 2 dead men. I'm kidding.
Whoa!
So DM deals 1d4 vicious mockery.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
In any case, if it's money that we're struggling with at the moment, perhaps we could find work or adventuring work somewhere in the city. I believe, Kulan, you had some dealings that you wanted to attend to.
Well, yes, but I don't really know where to start.
Then I believe now is as good a time as ever to find out.
Well,
we need something to help us end the war, but make money.
Let's do war profiteering. Anyway, no.
What about the palace?
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Philea.
Yes, I believe the Knights Paladins. What was it? The Paladin Knights? The
Knights Paladin.
Knights Guild? The Paladins Guild?
It's the Knights Paladin.
The Guild
Get it right.
Knights Paladin?
Oh, yes, the Knights Paladin.
The Paladin Guild, yes. Let's go there, see if we can't find this. I have a letter to deliver anyway, and maybe we could top up our balances, as it were.
Let us go then.
It was nice to meet you, Volmar.
Very nice to meet you.
Meet again.
Thank you.
priest of the time god.
I didn't tell
Yeah,
you.
you would know.
Oh yeah, very nice to meet you. Mysterious figure. Catch you with the hood of my cloak, and just gonna back out with Winston on shoulder, and significantly lighter pockets.
I am sure it is not the last that you will encounter of me. And with that, he vanishes into thin air.
Oh,
Well, it can't handle another encounter with him.
insight? How did he vanish?
I mean, you
But
could,
no,
if you want already. Go for it.
I'm not gonna. Can we go to the Knight's Paladin?
Oh, you're asking me? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you can go.
Shall we?
So you're talking amongst yourselves.
Let us go.
I'm gonna take a quick pit stop on the way, just to pick up a few more arrows since my original plan
Okay.
with the bow didn't work. So
You will be able to do that. Just how many arrows are you looking to pick up?
I was gonna get to just a solid 60. So that would be 57.
57
More
arrows?
arrows?
Okay. Just take 5 gold out of your inventory. You're good.
5 gold, I can do that. Oh gosh, still have a little bit, but not much.
You're doing better than Kulan, I can tell you that. Anyway.
Kulan was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna give money to these random.
See,
people I met
in
yesterday."
terms of like
Dollar.
in terms of relativity, that 5 gold is actually pretty decent.
5
Compared
gold
to
for arrows is pretty. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Okay. Well, I got a quiver of arrows now on top of everything else.
I'd like to approach the Knight's Paladin, this temple.
Okay. So as you guys
And-
approach the building, you see the various fighters, knights out about, a little bit of training, a little bit of socializing, and various commoners of the city going about their business. You see a macabre woman who strikes you as that of which you search.
Excuse me, hello there.
Hello, yes.
I'm looking for a woman named Falea.
Yeah, speaking.
Very well. I believe I have correspondence addressed to your likes.
Really?
I will take out the parchment and give it to her and say, and me and my party would seek work for the Knight's Paladin if you're offering such.
Well, let's see what this parchment is first. She's
Oh
gonna
dear.
open it
She's
up,
gonna send us away.
and
met him
she's
once.
gonna read this to herself, not out loud. She's gonna read it to herself. To Falaya, my lover, please deliver this to a Falaya at the Paladins Guild. No, crossed out. I saw Paladins Guard. No, crossed out. Paladins Knights, and underlined that one, even though it was the other way around. I know we only met once, but in those 3 minutes, I talked more than I had in a whole week. I don't know anything about you, other than that you fight for what good is left in the world. I may be gone now, and it might be hard to move on without me, but I hope you can find somebody else and have the most beautiful little wolf cubs. Take care of yourself, Falaya. You have your whole life ahead of you. Heart.
Hard.
Of course, from Kavian. And upon reading this, she's gonna kind of look at it puzzled for a second and kind of look up at you guys. And she's gonna say, who is this from?
So, I know not the contents of the letter, but a friend of ours recently departed this realm, rest his soul. We all each received what I can only assume is a similar letter, and if you received one, I imagine you were close.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. She rolls it up and kind of tucks it in the back pocket and it carries on. Well, in any case, you seek the Knight's Paladin for what exactly?
For work, if you will.
Well, I'm unsure of how much you have heard of our outfit, but we are not simple mercenaries or simply a place to find work, but rather a place for those who seek to do good in the world in the form of putting themselves on the line and protecting of which is worth protecting. Now, to join the Knights Paladin, it is a matter of dedicating yourself to it and passing the trials, and from there you are a member of the Knights Paladin, not a simple mercenary, but an agent of good.
And I would never claim you to be simple mercenaries. My apologies if my words were misconstrued at all. Yes, as far as the description goes, I believe I can speak for all of my party when I say that we're all very much good of heart and willing to do what is necessary.
Tormund is Homer Simpson into the bush right now.
Yeah, I know, but
I am actually going to, like, under my breath, cast a message to Hera and be like, I don't know if I
roll with it. Shh,
okay.
And of course, I believe you'll find us more than capable of any trials levied at us, but I must then ask, if not for mere mercenaries, and of course I would never accuse you of being as such, but what might we expect as boons for joining such a prestigious guild?
A fair question indeed. And the big reason as to why the Knights Paladin is so successful, we aim not for that of coin, as you'll find within the Knights Paladin's ranks are only the truest of hearts, those who will put themselves on the line for no payment in return, those who seek only to help the forces of good. And so, those who join our ranks are given a roof over their head, companions to make friends with, gear to wield in battle, and are honored above all else. But there is not rivers of coin and grandeur to be had within the ranks of the Knights Paladin.
And of the commitment we make, is this a dedication to the Knights Paladin and only the Knights Paladin, or are we indeed free to follow our hearts under the banner of your organization?
Those who join our ranks for the first long while are strictly within our ranks, as they are trained and take on various tasks, and as they graduate to a more experienced or senior member of our ranks, they are free to travel as they will, but the time commitment and overall commitment in the early stages of joining the Knights Paladin is quite significant.
Significant months? Significant years?
It depends on the person. Depends on how the training goes, how their tasks go. But typically, on average, I would say before they reach that status of a more experienced and senior member, it is a matter of years.
Goodness gracious me.
Nope.
Thank
Perhaps
you
you
for your time.
can assist us still, though.
How may I be of assistance?
We traveled here for 2 reasons. The main one being to try to help put an end to the wars going on. And the second because it was a job. We were hired. And we still intend to do what we can to stop the wars. It would also help us to continue to do our endeavors and stay equipped to make money while at it. Would you happen to know of anyone who could use such flexible people with pure intentions?
You're gonna think about it for a second. Well, if not here, then perhaps you might seek the lands of Eustrea that find themselves in a very desperate position versus, of course, the Archelgic forces. I would venture to say that no lands more so than Eustrea have felt the effects of this war. And I am sure that there is plenty a cause to assist in the realm of the Ongra.
Then Eustrea it will be.
Thank you for your help.
Thank you. Again,
Where is Eustrea?
may Solnir be with you. Oh wait, wrong universe.
It is west.
I will show you an entire map. 2 seconds.
Oh, thank you.
It's like central Blutora.
It is,
Kinda.
yeah. Eustrea is directly over Odelia and to the west of us at the moment. We'd be going through Empire territory, I believe, again.
You
But I'm
are
not
here
sure if we're...
in Vetziel, and Eustrea is the blue that carves through the Empire. Center of the continent.
Alright.
Oh, so it's in the Balmoral Accord.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And then Odelia is just to
Odelia
the
is here.
Odelia's south.
south. Okay.
Oh dear. Oh dear, Odelia, oh dear.
This map isn't taking into account the territory changes that have since happened, but
Okay, but yeah, that's basically okay.
Okay.
Because
Well,
I need. Okay, yeah.
Then, shall we make our way?
I think that'll work. I have a few things I need to do in Odelia. So maybe we can head over
I
there
believe we
afterward.
both have some things to do in Odelia then.
So
I'd
we
hope
could-
to avoid it, but, well.
Well, I could go alone. But we can talk about that as we get closer. But we can definitely go there first.
I'm certainly willing. Shall we?
you're planning on going where first?
Eustrea and then Odelia, I think.
Okay.
Ooh, sweet home.
In town somewhere, I guess. With Flea, since she's a macabre, and he might see her and ask, or just she might be able to help. I'm gonna leave a message if Larry comes through to let him know where we're going,
Very
Okay.
good.
because he lost.
Okay.
I should have picked up first level lubricate chimney.
I mean, if you want, rather than leaving a message with Thalea, you know where Thaleri is with his parents. You know
Okay.
where to send a courier if that's what you choose.
I could
Okay.
actually just
Yeah, I'll do that.
cast message. Oh, wait, no,
Oh.
the range is up to 120 feet. I thought message was.
You don't have... Do you have extended spell, or...?
No, I'm.
Okay.
I'm
I
not
mean,
a
we're
fan.
talking.
Oh, yeah, no sorcerer, okay.
I'm a bard.
We're talking
boy.
entire
You're a-
provinces away, so
You're saying that
Sure.
Larry is not 120 feet away?
try.
What?
Yeah, not even 120 miles. Okay.
I thought message was like as long as you know the person, you can like talk to them.
I
might
think
be
there
thinking
is
of
a
different
spell like that. I think sending stones are similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe I was thinking of something else. Well, never mind.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I thought it was useful. I'm not.
So
You're
with
okay.
those plans made,
Okay.
is that it for you in Vetziel?
I believe I'm ready to depart the Grand City and
Still kind
restrain my need to set it ablaze.
I still kind of want to like go in and like maybe poop on the king's bed.
Oh no, we don't need 2 dead party members.
Well, Queen now.
Yeah. King's dead.
Oh, I don't discriminate.
Okay. All right. So you exit the main gates of the city of Vetziel. You exit out the walls, and ahead of you, as you look to the east, you see the roads that stretch out and away from Vetziel down or into the lands of Ithaca, and well, the road that takes you through the mountain range is right into highly contested territory held by the Acrylic forces. So ahead of you, you have some choices to make, things to consider, routes to plan, because the only way out of Ithaca is through Acrylic territory. And with that,
Right.
we end today's session.